You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
At your insurance.
I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Garin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Garin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN.
Where you're always in the game.
Sun starting to set here in Kokomo, Indiana at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Game number 3 of this Friday afternoon here on HCAC.TV and IndianaSRN. Win or go home situation upcoming for Anderson and Rose-Hulman. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Burtner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistical solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Alongside Sean Kroll, Jarrett Lewis, pleasure to be here with you. 2 fantastic games early on, and now the nightcap. Win or go home situation for the Fighting Engineers and the Ravens. Rose-Hulman already pulling off a win earlier today in our opener against Hanover. Lots of runs in that ball game. We'll see how much of that the Fighting Engineers have left in them to finish off this Friday. Meanwhile, Anderson went 1-1 yesterday. Their last game a loss to the 1-seed Franklin Grizzlies, trying to come back with some redemption and stay alive. A win in this game, and the winner of this game will advance and play Franklin in that loser's bracket. Earlham able to take care of the Grizzlies not too long ago. You may have seen that game right here on the Family of Networks. So the Ravens, Sean, a lot of time off today to prepare for this one. Rose-Hulman, their legs may be jello, or they may just be in a baseball mood. So we'll see how those 2 different styles come into this one. Early on, we saw a lot of runs. The trend has been scoring in the early games, and as the later games come to us, it's been a much slower game, low-scoring affair. How do you think Rose-Hulman, having already played a game, is going to fare against the Ravens, who have had the entire day off?
You know, it's interesting because they've got a feel for, how everything has gone today in terms of the weather and the wind. Of course, the wind's dead now. Anderson hasn't played at all today. But I think you kind of brush all that aside, and it boils down to one thing. It's a win or go home game. It's really what it is. Pitching is going to be super important, and you look at both these starters that they've got in their lineup tonight. The onus is on them to get ahead of hitters and to not get people on base. We saw that in the previous games. You get hitters on base through walks. You give them chances to get extra outs, you're going to pay. 90. I mean, the second game I did, Franklin and Earlham, errors cost Franklin, and then that's why they're now in the losers bracket. I know in the first game that you did, there was, you take advantage of mistakes. Whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is probably going to come out victorious and play tomorrow. 2
different games for Rose-Hulman. Their first one, they fell to the 2 seed Earlham Quakers 3-5. And then earlier today, we saw them put up 14 runs on 14 hits against Hanover. They were able to get a home run from Andy Krajecki, a couple of doubles in there amongst a couple of players. They scored in every single inning but 3. So it wasn't just one crooked score in one inning. They were doing it in all facets of the game from start to finish. It was actually Hanover who got off to a good start, and then the Fighting Engineers were able to fight back. They had the lead, and they didn't look back.
Yeah, it was very similar to the second game of the day where, Franklin got out early, then Earlham came back and took the lead. Then Franklin, it was back and forth really the whole time in that second game. And, Renner came in and he shut the door in the 9th inning. And we saw we've seen really everything in both games. Lots of pitchers, some good hits, crazy bounces. We've seen interesting calls on the field that people thought went another way, and all kinds of nuts stuff going on here. But that's the beauty of baseball. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, they kind of change. It's like Roddy Piper, the old wrestler, used to say, just when you think you've got all the answers, I change the questions. And it's just, that's baseball. It really is, and that's what I love about it.
It's a beautiful game. Anything can happen. Expect the unexpected
100%.
Sometimes, perhaps. The designated home team are the Fighting Engineers right there wearing their black jerseys with white pants. Their starting pitcher is going to be Matthew Rouse. He is 3-4 this season. He's making his 8th start on the year. An impressive 3.03 ERA, 40 strikeouts, and 22 walks. His opposing pitcher on the other side from the Ravens is Walker Stoll. These two guys pretty evenly matched, about the same amount of innings pitched and strikeout to walk ratio. Impressive category that I have my eyes on. Opponent batting average for Walker Stoll is 209, and hitters going against Matthew Rouse are hitting just 190.
And I think a lot of people would look at Stoll's ERA at 6.56 and go, oh, this is an easy walk in the park. It's not true. That opponent's batting average plays a huge part in it, along with your defense and things like that. Both walks are a little bit high for innings pitched. Stoll with 27, Rouse with 22, both about the same in strikeouts. It all boils down to getting ahead of hitters and keeping them off balance. That's really the key for any pitcher, and both these guys are going to try early. Do the hitters then hunt early fastballs in counts to try and get out and get the sticks going? Because, again, another axiom, hitting really is contagious. And you start getting that monster rolling, it's hard to stop.
That's a pretty popular trend we've seen in this tournament so far. This is going to be our 6th game here in Kokomo. And a lot of the games, it's about 50-50, where guys are attacking that first pitch that they like, that first pitch fastball. They're trying to take advantage. They don't want to go deep in the counts. They don't want to see the stuff of these good hitters, who also, by the way, can go pretty deep into games. We have seen that from the 2 Anderson starting pitchers that we've seen so far. Could very well see that with Walker Stoll.
Yeah, and a lot of it, too, also goes back to the strike zone the home plate umpire gives. In the previous game, on the glove side of the pitcher, they were both right-handers, so it would have been to their left, the hitters, the left-handed batter box. He was giving a wide zone on that side, but not on the inside part of the plate to right-handed hitters. Once you see that's the route that home plate umpire is going to go, you start to nibble. You say, okay, I went out there, I got a strike. Can I go another inch and get another strike? Okay, I got the strike there. Can I go another inch and get a strike? You kind of play it out and see what you've got in certain counts to see how far you can go. Okay, now I know where I have to be to get those calls.
Starting lineups being introduced at the moment. 2 notable changes for Rose-Hulman. Their designated hitter this time around is Ben Christensen. He had 1 appearance in the prior game, the win against Hanover earlier today. He pinch hit for Cade Klein in that exact same spot. Also, Drew Roberts is going to be the catcher this afternoon instead of Shane Garner, two guys that we have not seen much of in this tournament. On the other side, Anderson, same exact lineup for their third game of the conference tournament.
It's hard to catch 2 9-inning games like this in one day. You know, the major league catchers that do it, it's really impressive. And I believe Christensen got a base knock in his lone
He did.
hit attempt, pinch hit attempt. So, as a lefty, that gives them another weapon from that side of the plate, which is really interesting. In terms of Anderson's lineup, what are you seeing from them?
Top 3 guys, really solid. All 3 of them above a 300 average, including Smitherman, who is top 5 in the entire conference in batting average at 383. Also up there in home run numbers. He hit one yesterday in our very first game. But that was the 12:30 start.
Yeah.
This is a different situation. We were expecting a 6:30, perhaps a 7 o'clock start. Nope. We're looking at 8:20, 8:21 the time right now. But hey, we're just glad that we have baseball. We're glad that we have terrific weather, a terrific venue. We're going to be here all night, but we're ready to go.
It's going to be fantastic. You know, you talk about some of these stats. What jumps out to me, the 3 hitters for both these squads. You mentioned Tyler Smitherman, 13 homers, 50 RBIs, hitting 383 on the year. On the opposite side, Messenbrink's hitting 374. He's got 14 bombs and 49 RBIs. Those are the big guns you want at the dish when those big moments come to get those runs and hopefully advance you on and not have to go home.
The first 6 hitters for Rose-Hulman are all hitting above the 300 mark. We're going to see them in the home half of the inning right now. First, we're going to get a look at their pitcher for the first time, Matthew Rouse, bringing in that 3.03 ERA like we talk about. And he'll start off with the usual leadoff man in Graham Reedy, the center fielder, that's hitting .311 this season. 2 home runs, 20 runs batted in. And he will hit from the left-handed batter's box, facing off against the righty Rouse. Our umpires this evening, home plate, Ethan Watkins. First base side, Jeremy Hosier. Bob Ratchlow is at second base, and Lyle Travis, the umpire, at third. First pitch fouled off, and we are underway.
Rouse from Louisville, Kentucky, Highlands Latin High School.
Second pitch in there, fastball, and getting ahead quickly, 0-2 is Rouse against the center fielder. Reedy has started every game this year, as have the first 3 hitters. Check swing, fouled off the knob of Reedy's bat, and it'll stay at 0-2.
Reedy from Yorktown, Indiana. A lot of local kids on the Anderson University baseball team, Rose-Hulman, as we know, all over the country.
Breaking ball misses the zone, 1-2.
Pretty good curveball, it looked like there.
41st game of the season for Anderson. They are an even 20-20. Fastball taking it the other way is Reedy. Left fielder opts to hold up. And the first batter of the game reaches a looping single into left field off the bat of Graham Reedy.
Pretty good power there from Reedy because he got that right off the knot, fisted it, but got enough on it to get it out and drop it right in front of Finch out there in left field.
51st hit on the season for Reedy, and now that'll bring up the 2-hitter Justin Reed. Rouse working out of the stretch early. First pitch swinging. Taking it the other way is Reed, and it's just outside the line and foul.
Sun in right field's really only problem deep in the corner, so hopefully that shouldn't be a problem for any of the fielders now as the sun is setting behind this beautiful stadium in downtown Kokomo.
Lights are already on. Anticipating a late start, a late finish. 0-2 now goes down Reed.
Reed from Martinsville, Indiana, is a junior. I didn't do a good enough job of calling out their hometowns last game. I'm making a.
We loved doing that,
Yes.
mentioning that in the football season. That was one of our favorite things about watching these kids play. The 0-2 now from Rouse, hanging curveball up in the zone, and he lifts it out to center field, making the catch out there for the Engineers is Krajecki, and there's one away.
That didn't sound like excellent contact, but that ball carried pretty well. Again, flags are doing nothing out there, so. But we did see a pretty good poke in the last game by A.J. Sanders. He took one out past the flags out there in left center.
And now that'll bring up Tyler Smitherman, first pitch hack, and it goes straight back into the net.
I knew I recognized that name. He's a junior from Westfield, Indiana.
We get a look at a lot of good high school programs in the state of Indiana. And to see some of these kids and you see where they came from,
Woo!
you
That
know
was close.
exactly why they're playing at this level.
Yeah, I mean, Marion County's got some good programs, but Hamilton County, they're just loaded. Fishers, Westfield, Zionsville, Carmel, all really, really strong programs.
Runner goes. Pitches in there for a strike. Throw is a laser, and it guns down Graham Reedy. Nice throw made by the catcher, Roberts. And now there's two gone.
Well, you know, when you're backup catcher, you got a pretty good arm because that was on the money.
Another look at it.
Not the greatest jump in the world.
Coulard Rodak in there to apply the tag. 0-2 count. Curveball. Smitherman sends it over to Lopez at short. A man gets on, but he's thrown out. 3 up, 3 down for Matthew Rouse and Rose-Hulman. They'll now come up to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. You're watching the HCAC Baseball Championships on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Looking for a great family experience? Well, look no further than Indy's best campground, KOA Indianapolis. RV sites, tents, cabins, and glamping is just minutes away. The kids will love the new splash park, horses, and summer activities. Whether you're roasting marshmallows around the campfire for gooey s'mores, enjoying our amazing pizza delivered to your site, or hand-dipped ice cream. Don't forget to visit our gift shop boutique where you'll find supplies of all your gift and camping needs. Go on KOA.com to book or call us at 317-894-1397. Mention IndianaSRN for a free bundle of fireworks.
A look inside the Fighting Engineers dugout. Another look at this stolen base attempt from Reedy. Nearly got him out on the pickoff.
Yeah.
Pretty good move by Rouse. And this time he did take off. Pretty good move to the plate also by Rouse. Pretty quick step.
He needed to be a half step quicker on his first step towards second base if he wanted a shot at it. But
the throw was good from Drew Roberts. This is our first time seeing him in this tournament. Our third game overall seeing the Anderson Ravens. Warming up for them is Walker Stoll. We gave you some of his numbers. Nearly 36 innings pitched. Rockin', nice long hair. How about the mustache?
And got the stash rolling. He's a junior from Pendleton Heights, Indiana. The Arabians.
He's going to face a tough top of the order for Rose-Hulman. There is a look at it. Brett Tuttle leads things off. He went 2-5 earlier today against Hanover. 2 singles and a walk. And it doesn't get much easier after that with Coulter, Coulard, Rodak, and Josh Mesenbrink guaranteed to be due up this first inning.
Tuttle, a senior from Jerseyville, Illinois.
Where's that at?
The homeland. That's up north.
Up north?
Yeah.
Illinois guy right here.
It's been 30 years, but I'm pretty sure it's up north.
Okay. Lefty to lead off is Tuttle. First pitch fastball clips the outside corner.
Again, that's what you want to do, is get ahead of these hitters and keep them off balance.
Tuttle now down 0-2.
Oh, no.
Is that over by your car?
It was I think it was a little further down, but yeah, that direction kind of makes me wince a little bit.
Well, we've been lucky so far. This is
knock on wood.
Our 6th game, that's right. The 0-2 from Stoll. Another fastball, and it's sent same exact direction as the previous.
Ugh. They trying to make me panic here? Is that what they're trying to do?
39th game this year for Rose-Hulman. They are 26-12. Curveball got away from Stoll, 1-2.
You know, people might say 26-12, but that's 2 out of every 3 games. If you're in the major leagues, you win 2 out of every 3 games. It's 100 wins.
162 games. That's a long season.
That is a long season, but I love it.
Stoll rear back and
seriously
brought it in. He's trying. He really is.
Cut it out, man. He's even wearing my number 3. He's supposed to be my guy. Not trying to smash my windshield.
Second on the team in home runs is Tuttle with 6. 34 runs batted in. Sees another 1-2. It skips into the dirt. May have grabbed a piece of the home plate umpire, Ethan Watkins.
Overthrew that just a little bit.
Downham in his 3rd start now this tournament has been a solid wall back there for Anderson pitching. Counts even at 2-2. Tuttle puts this one in play. Over to Smitherman, the first baseman. Nice flip over to the pitcher, Stoll. And the first man up is put out.
That's a nice play. Nice little quick pick there by Smitherman at first and the backhand toss to the covering Stoll at first. He had to short hop that off the turf. That's a tough play.
Seen a lot of tough plays, a lot of interesting skips with this beautiful field, the turf here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Now Coyard Rodak steps into the box. He's first pitch swinging.
From Lafayette, Colorado, the sophomore. If you don't mind, I'm just going to call him CCR from now on.
Okay.
So you're okay
I
with
like
that?
that.
Okay.
What's your favorite CCR song? You know, that one.
I mean, I just like John Fogerty singing, period. So.
Producer Jerry says, down on the bayou. That's a good one. 1-1 count to CCR. Puts this one in play, and it's past the second baseman into center field. First hit for the Fighting Engineers from the 2-hitter.
Lefties in this lineup. Already seen more lefties. His first 2 hitters than we have, in some other lineups altogether.
Tuttle, the leadoff man, is a switch hitter. Coyard Rodak is all lefty. Our first righty now is the big hitter Josh Missenbrink, first baseman.
Senior from Troy, Illinois. Yeah, he's got big numbers.
Sees a 1-0. Another one skips into the dirt.
Well, all these catchers have done a really good job. These little pitches skipping quickly off that AstroTurf, that's got to be tough, and they've knocked down an enormous percentage higher than I would have expected.
That time a fastball. Stoll trying to get back into the count. Gave 2 off-speed pitches to Messenbrink to start.
Really go back to the cheese here.
Chopper, third base side and foul.
Nice snag by Gordon.
Messenbrink 1-4.
Well,
playing the Panthers.
I noticed our stats guys made sure his colors are showing.
That's funny.
Now, I need the umpires that we've got on crew to correct me if I'm wrong. Before it gets to third base, it's the home plate umpire's call. After it passes third, it's the third base umpire's call.
Runner goes, hit and run. Messenbrink finds a hole past the shortstop. Coyard Rodak will halt things at second base. And Messenbrink delivers with a single.
Did you notice that Reed just took a step, even just kind of feigned to go towards second on the runner going, and that split second allowed that ball to get through from Messenbrink. So that was a smart play to send the runner.
So the Fighting Engineers threatening here with just one out. And the cleanup spot brings the shortstop, Manuel Lopez.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne Northrop High School.
Lopez has had a very good tournament so far. Went 2 for 5 with a double.
He is a sophomore.
Two runners to work with. Lopez with a 1-0. Took a big hat, some high cheese from Stoll, and he evens it at 1-1.
That's so hard to lay off of. It looks so good at eye level, and the bat just can't catch up to it. There's only even a couple of major leaguers that can get on top of the pitches like that.
Stoll keeping an eye on Rodak at second. Big bender falls into the strike zone, 1-2.
Great sequence there. Go with the high heat and then pull the string. Had him off balance, couldn't pull the trigger.
Lopez looking for something in play here. Inside, didn't miss by much.
I'm not sure if he hit his spot there as he tried to go back to the fastball. Looked like Downham wanted him to go outside, and it kind of came in on the batter but was low.
Throw over to first just to keep Messenbrink in check.
Yeah, Vickery's playing really close to the bag in second base. There's a huge hole over there on the right side if you want to shoot it the other way.
Stoll back to the plate, off speed. Lopez early on it.
Out in front. And that's the one thing, if any young kids are watching, when you're like that, your front side can go, but if you can keep your hands back just enough, you can keep that ball in play.
Two count to Lopez. Beat him with the fastball. And Stoll records his first strikeout.
It's 90 to 2-out base knock from the Hampshire, Illinois junior to get a tally here in this first.
Kadrecki got the scoring going for Rose against Hanover. A home run in the second inning. 2-run blast. Not enough break on the off speed that time from Stoll.
Yeah, lost his release point on that one, that's why it stayed high.
Krajewski reached base 4 out of 5 times. Went 2 for 3 with a walk. Fouls this one off.
That's pretty good, reaching base 4 out of 5 times. Oh, look at Keith with his hat. He's got his next guest.
Him and Jay, they're best buds, man. Throw over to first. Keith bought Jerry a Jackrabbits hat. Did you see that?
Oh, nice what that was.
Or he worked his Myers magic and got it for free. He's pretty good at that. Pop up to Smitherman at first. Easily caught, and the side is retired. The Fighting Engineers do get 2 men on, but they strand both of them, And after one inning, we're still knotted up 0-0. Anderson and Rose-Hulman in our nightcap here on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Out ready for inning number 2 is Matthew Rouse, the starting pitcher for the Fighting Engineers. His last appearance, he went 3 1/3 against Defiance on May 7th. And he will see the middle of the order come up with the cleanup spot. Jed Downham, the catcher, is due up.
Downham, sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Bishop Dwenger High School. Good athletic program there at Bishop Dwenger.
Anderson with a couple of lefties in their lineup. They have 3 of them tonight. Downham, the second one, to get a look at Rouse. First pitch swinging, rolls over to the second baseman. And 1 pitch, 1 down for Rose-Hulman.
I'm looking to see, I believe every player on Anderson's team is from Indiana. Couple of new Palestine kids. That's where we live, by the way, if anybody was curious. Yeah, it looks like they're all from Indiana. Jake Stank from McCordsville.
New Palestine rival.
Yeah, Mount Vernon.
From Mount Vernon. Hard hit ball to Lopez at short. High throw, but Mesenbrink reaches up and brings it down. And very quickly, Jake Stank is retired.
That's a pretty good hose right there.
And Lopez isn't, he's not a very big body, but he makes up with that with a pretty strong arm.
Casas, a teammate of his current teammate on the mound, stole from Pendleton Heights.
Casas Jr. has had a pretty good tournament.
I still can't get over how close they stand to the dish. It's just, they crowd the plate.
You can see the toes of Casas Jr. right on that line. Faust goes upstairs, but can't reach the top of the zone.
And you wouldn't have caught Little League kids and high school kids in my day standing anywhere near that close to the plate. It's crazy.
Back then, they're scared of the baseball. Casas Jr. took a healthy swing at that one.
I just think there's so much more emphasis on different types of pitches younger that you just want to have plate coverage.
Off speed. And now evening the count is Rouse at 2-2.
These kids have no problem opening those hits up and trying to drive it, pull it.
Just inside. Casas Jr. moving back slightly.
Plus, that helps. You know, he backs up like that's almost going to hit him, but that was close to being a strike.
Payoff pitch. He wanted it. They appeal at third base. He did not go, so a 2-out base runner here for the Ravens. Casas Jr. has been an on-base machine. And now that'll bring up the DH tonight, Brady Reed.
Senior from Whiteland, Indiana.
From the right side, first pitch to Reed, well outside.
You know, you played baseball, and, you know, I played when I was younger. This time of the day is really kind of tough because the sun hasn't fully set. And so there's still kind of just a tinge of darkness going on.
Went upstairs with it. Reed licking his chops a little bit, seeing that pitch come in. Brady had a good outing against Franklin in the 7-3 loss, 2 hits and 4 at-bats. Outside and low, 2-1.
Well, curious what you think of Rouse's windup. I can't tell if it's herky-jerky or just very pronounced. But it doesn't look like when it comes off his hand, it doesn't look like it's going to come very fast, and then it gets on you really quick.
He's got the signature mitt shake also.
Oh, yeah. A lot of guys do that so they don't tip pitches. Tip pitches.
What was that?
Well, our producer was asking me what I said, and sometimes, nice curveball there. Sometimes pitchers will hold their glove in different positions if it's a fastball than if it's a curveball. So to make sure to counteract that, they just shake their glove every time out of habit so they don't tip a pitch.
I just wanted you to say tip pitches again.
Okay, thanks.
Give you a nice tongue twister. There's a walk issued to Reed. So with 2 outs, another base runner. It's first and second for Vickery, the second baseman.
From Selma, Indiana, senior, went to Wapahani High School.
Small school, always good at baseball, Wapahani. Catches the outside corner. Vickery cracked a second home run on the season yesterday. Another pitch towards the outside. Vickery was waiting on it.
It's almost like he's trying to, you know the robot dance.
I sure do.
Yeah, it's almost like he's kind of doing that on the mound, and then it's there. But his curveball also, he takes a lot off. His curveball is a lot of MPH difference between his curveball and his fastball.
Sometimes if you don't have that big old heater, you take a lot off that curveball, like you say, and that can make a huge difference. Line out straight to the center fielder. He takes one step in out there, Krajewski, and the side is retired. Just like Rose-Hulman did, Anderson leaves 2 men on in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom. Still knotted up 0-0 on IndianaSRN.
It comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
my favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Back at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Darkness starting to settle in. We'll see Harrison Finch due up for the Fighting Engineers in the bottom of the second, along with Sean Kroll. I'm Jarrett Lewis. Thanks so much for tuning in. We've heard a lot of terrific feedback. We've been seeing some new viewers tune in, new people also giving us a follow on Twitter. Thanks so much for one, watching, but also interacting. We love to see that stuff.
It's amazing. It never gets old seeing all the different places you get messages from Keith and Jared. Hey, they're listening from here. And you're like, really? You know, it's a very cool thing to reach that these wonderful interweb has.
We heard about viewers yesterday in Wisconsin. I think we've had a couple from North Carolina.
Excellent. New York,
of course. So here is the left fielder, Finch. He'll get this bottom of 2 going for the Fighting Engineers. First pitch from Stoll, right down Broadway, and Finch was late on it.
Here's a great one from Steve Erpenbeck. Big thank you for the tournament games. They watched from North Carolina. Oh, what a pick. Sorry about that. Brother watched from the state of Washington, and sister watched from Los Alamos, New Mexico. Just make sure she stays away from Saul Goodman if she needs law counsel. So,
for a split second, I kind of forgot New Mexico is a state. It's like, wait a minute, where? What are you talking about? Here's a look at this line out to the third baseman, Connor Gordon, over there with a nice snag.
It is why they call it the hot corner.
And just like that, my dad texts me and says, watching from Charlottesville, Indiana. You know where that is? Probably not.
I do. I'm waiting for a text from my wife to see if we're getting any viewers from New Palestine, Indiana.
Small town, Indiana. Nice fastball in there from Stoll. Able to get one back after going down 2-0.
Adam Taylor, ready for this? Senior from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Used to be small town.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss from Taylor. It's 2-2.
Perry Meridian High School from the Falcons.
Oh, nearly hit him. Taylor gets out of the way. He's holding his elbow. Was he trying to sell it, or did it actually get a piece of him? I think it hit him.
He's saying it hit him, but the home plate umpire is saying it didn't.
Ethan Watkins behind the plate now wants to talk about it with his fellow umpires.
Has a second pitch.
Looks like Taylor is he's wearing that elbow guard too.
Now they're going to look at his arm.
What does Keith have for us?
So the umpires now will talk. All 4 of them will call, and each of them will ask, "What did you see? What did you see?" And then they check the elbow. That's legal. They can also check the hand and see if it hit the hand. All that. But this is what you want. You want the group of umpires to make the final decision and then rule on it, and then let's play on. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Keith.
Had a couple of lengthy discussions.
Yes.
In our previous games.
The key is just to get it right. You know, that's what's really important. As long as it doesn't take 10 minutes.
They're going to keep him at the plate. It's kind of one of those, obviously you don't have replay, and whatever the call was on the field, you most likely have to stick with it.
Yeah, and, you know, they went to the mental replay, and there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it, so.
So it's a full count now to the right fielder, Taylor. Pitch is upstairs, so he'll take the base anyway. Taylor works a walk, and there's a baseman on with one out.
Can I use a Rasheed Wallace quote here in baseball?
Rasheed Wallace in baseball. I never thought those two would mix.
Ball don't lie, right?
Okay, that's right. That is correct. Starting for the first time in this tournament now is Ben Christensen. He's the designated hitter tonight. Takes a first pitch fastball for a strike.
Junior from Auburn, Indiana. Had to say Auburn there. That kind of hurt me a little bit, but it's Indiana, so we're good.
Yeah. War Eagle, right?
No, Roll Tide, baby. DeKalb High School.
Christensen sees another pitch go outside and stays off of it. Bats .257 on the season. His 21st game played, his 6th start.
6th start, very nice. Love the chatter.
Big hack from the lefty Christensen, and he falls behind 1-2.
For the record, I'm not a bandwagon Alabama fan. I'm married into it.
Okay, I
the
guess
in-laws
that
are
counts.
both from deep South Alabama, and father-in-law's a huge Alabama football fan.
I shouldn't say what I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
That's sure. Okay.
You said Alabama, and then you said married, and I'm just not gonna.
My wife moved up here when she was 4. She has all her teeth, and she wears shoes.
Good,
okay.
good. Yes, she is a very nice woman.
Yeah.
Most of the time, right? Full count now to Christensen.
Maybe her judgment's questionable since she married me, but
Meanwhile, full count to Christensen. Runner goes with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Trying to get the strike him out, throw him out. But it is a stolen base for the runner, Taylor.
Rouse's 2nd strikeout.
And now for the first time in the tournament, a look at Drew Roberts with catching duties tonight. Just shy of a 300 hitter at .298. One of 4 players in this lineup without a home run this season.
Senior from Wheeling, Illinois.
A lot of Illinois kids,
yeah.
I've noticed. Everyone in the Anderson lineup has a home run this year. Another look at the steal for Taylor.
Illinois puts out a quality product. I mean, just look at me, right?
Just look at that college basketball team you love, too.
Yeah, making some noise.
Roberts chased the high heater.
Well, this game they're seeming to really have a hard time laying off the high heat on both sides.
Perhaps Stoll may go back that direction. Lower, bottom of the zone, right at the knees. And he gets ahead 1-2.
You pull the string here. Go a little bender.
Downham goes through the signs. Man at second. And 2 outs. Stoll. Nice block made by Downham. Looks like a fastball that time.
Man, I love that camera view. I mean, this literally looks like it could be ESPN College World Series tournament regional action. It's fantastic. There it was.
Speed. Got him looking. Sat down on strikes is Roberts. And again, the Fighting Engineers leave a man on base. It's time to go to the top of the 3rd. Ravens coming up to bat. We'll be back here on HCAC.tv.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo.
You see my kid?
Yeah,
Darren Brown joins us now. He is the umpire-in-chief, the assigner of the officials today. And, boy, the guys have worked really hard during this whole entire tournament.
been a really good tournament. They've done really well, and I'm proud of how they're representing the conference.
Now, do you grade these officials? Is this how they get into this tournament? Do they earn their right to get in this tournament? And does any of these guys move up to the playoffs that are going to play next week?
Yeah, so many guys get regionals out of this all the time. We do evaluations on every game we do. We evaluate each other, and the coaches evaluate us, and then I go around whenever I can to watch.
Now, a lot of your umpires have been watching our coverage. They go home and watch our coverage and see if they've made a mistake. And only one official really made a mistake, and he's not working tonight, so that's a good thing, right?
No, it's not. We don't go there. You're going to make a mistake, you do this job.
Well, I've never made a mistake. Well, walking on the field, I did.
Yeah, I've made many out there, so I understand.
So if someone wants to get into this umpiring, I know there's a shortage in the state of Indiana and Ohio. Is high school where they start and then come up to this ranks?
Yeah, they really do. They start in high school and work their way up, and we have a camp at Grand Park in the fall for guys who want to get into college ball. So
go ahead and give them that email address.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember the name of the website. I'm sorry. I developed it. That's really sad.
That's okay. He does the clinic, but he doesn't know. But you can call I'm sure you can call the Heartland Conference, and Stacy and Jay would have it. Back to you guys.
We were busy trying to catch a foul ball there, weren't we?
Don't get Keith started on umpire talk or referee talk.
Him and Jerry both. They're our experts, self-proclaimed.
Anytime we have no idea what's going on, Keith most likely doesn't know what's also going on, but he may act like
you believe him, though.
Yes,
that's a good official.
Right.
Whatever the call is, you stand by it.
Rouse back out there. Throws in a strike to Connor Gordon. Gordon begins this third inning here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium, downtown.
Connor, sophomore from Carmel, Indiana.
Up the middle with 2 strikes. Good piece of hitting from the third baseman. And he leads things off for the Ravens, and that'll bring up the top of the order with Graham Reedy. Reedy started things off with a single, was caught stealing in the first inning. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a good angle there, catching the contact from Gordon. Back to the plate. Reedy check swing. Didn't want to, but it was almost too late, and he fouls that one away.
It's a beautiful thing when your kids try and call you when you're broadcasting a game. Hey, can you get milk on the way home?
And then you tell them,
nah, I'm staying up here tonight.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not going home. How about you get in your car and you go get milk? Reedy shows bunt again.
Him spend his own money on that? No.
You got a Dollar General in that New Palestine, don't you?
We can literally walk to it from our neighborhood. Yeah.
I know. Talk about convenience.
I know.
3-1 now. Reedy may just work his way on base the easy way.
Yeah, he's already been on base once. What a gorgeous night here. Kokomo Municipal Stadium.
Yeah, if you've never been here.
It's cool.
It is. It's worth a trip. Home of the Kokomo Jackrabbits. Inside, counts now full to Graham Reedy.
Well, the great thing about a facility like this, too, is it can host a tournament that we're at now. It can host high school baseball. It can host, Pony League teams. It can host, bigger college teams. can do all kinds of things. It's really cool.
Swing and a miss. Reedy goes down on strikes. First out of this inning and the first strikeout for Matthew Rouse.
Ball was high and inside. Reedy wanted to hit his way on. Couldn't quite catch up to it.
Yeah, they got high school banners hanging down there for
Yeah.
Kokomo High School. Also Western.
Kind of in the
High
region,
School.
yeah. All the state champions. It's pretty cool.
My mom went to Western High School growing up. Hard hit liner over the head of the shortstop Lopez. It's into the gap. Herjecki cuts it off. Scoring from first. Here comes Gordon, and he will plate the first run of the game. It's an RBI double for Justin Reed, and the Ravens are the first one on the board.
Boy, Gordon turned on the Jets there to score.
With one out, the Ravens put one up on the board. Herjecki bobbled it there for a split second, you see.
It's a great job of sliding like he did to continue to stop the ball continuing going onto the wall.
Smitherman now up to the plate.
If he doesn't slide and get that, that's a good chance it's a triple.
A lot of speed with the 1 and 2 hitters of Anderson. They're a combined 25 of 31 in stolen bases. But before you have those stolen base attempts, you got to get on base.
It's usually how it works.
They got pretty good averages.
I'm telling you what,
I'm
though,
getting at.
if you, I'm looking at these, and these are impressive, but, I mean, my goodness, the Franklin Earlham game, those guys run like crazy.
One out and a 1-1 count to the first baseman, Smitherman. Fouls that one straight back into the backstop.
Just a touch tardy.
How about this for running, Sean?
What's that?
Earlham has 129 attempts. Franklin 119. The team in third in the conference, which is Rose-Hulman, just 56 attempts.
Yeah,
so those two teams double the rest of the conference.
I saw those stats, and they just jumped off the page.
Earlham and Franklin are also ranked 1 and 2 in batting average.
Could that be why they were the 1 and 2 seeds?
That would be my guess.
How about pitching? I'd be curious to who the top pitching schools in the conference are.
Rose-Hulman tops everyone in ERA at 4.99. Rouse trying to get an out here. Runner goes. They throw it to second. Timed it well, and it's into the dugout. Coming in to score is Justin Reed, and that'll get the fans fired up. Anderson takes a 2-run lead.
I'm going to guess that's E4 on the throw.
Boy, Rouse could sense that Reed was thinking about taking off, and he in fact did. Foul ball into the umpire.
That'll leave a mark.
Looks like he's all right, ready to go. Smitherman staying alive.
But a great heads-up play by Reed, noticing the ball got by, and even though it kind of bounced off, there's still a ton of foul territory in this ballpark.
Smitherman waits on that one, but waited just a tick too long as it reaches the playground.
You see the replay here.
Wide throw, and it actually bounces off of the dugout. It didn't go into it as you see the throw come in late.
That may have been a error on the third baseman, not the throw. We'll have to get with our statistician to see who that error is on.
Another 2-2. A bender that didn't break too much. And Smitherman nearly wore it. A full count now. Rouse to the plate. Smitherman thought about it. A good eye. And he takes a one-out walk.
When you're such a good hitter like Smitherman is, boy, it takes a ton of plate discipline to hold off on a pitch like that on a 3-2 count because you want to rake. That's why you're there. You're up. You have a bat for a reason. You want to go yard as we're going to get a mound visit here.
Smitherman, the best hitter left in this tournament by batting average at .395. Nate Kempfit of Defiance and Trent Youngblood are the only two that top him with averages above 400. Josh Messenbrink also on that list.
374. There's some big-time averages.
Messenbrink has a ridiculous OPS of 1350.
That's pretty good. Well, we had a player in the last game that had a slug of 900.
That may have been
Slugging.
Andrew Bradley of Earlham. He's at 900. And he has a better OPS of 1400.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We have seen some heavy hitters in this HCAC. A man on now for the catcher, Jed Downham. Downham is still looking for his first hit of the tournament. He reached base twice via the walk against Franklin. After the mound visit, Rouse has now thrown 2 straight balls. There is action already in the Rose bullpen. Rouse approaching the 50 pitch mark. Picks up a strike here.
Boy, he needed that one painted the outside corner. Just trying to think in my head a way to explain on-base percentage and slugging percentage to those that aren't stat nerds like myself.
Boy, Rouse and Roberts really wanted that outside pitch. They're not going to get it. Counts 3-1. That's sometimes a fun trip, isn't it? Trying to explain that the best way you can.
It's the teacher in me, really, is what it is. But here's how I would say, like batting average, if you're hitting 300, 30% of the time you get a hit, right? So on-base percentage is the percentage of times you get on base.
So you add in the walks, hit by pitches, all that stuff.
And then slugging percentage is number of bases per at-bat, generally speaking. I think I have that right.
If you get a double, that's 2 bases.
Right.
You get a triple, that's 3 bases.
Correct. But again, that's per at, so, you know, you don't get on base every time. You don't get numerous base, you know. So if your slugging is over 1,000, that's
really good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
It's almost unheard of.
Did he slip on the mound there? You know, back in my day, I'm going to age myself here. You hit 300 with 30 home runs and 100 RBIs, you were a superstar. Like, it's unreal. The numbers these guys are putting up now with nutrition and weightlifting and all this other stuff that they didn't do back then. It's crazy. Never thought I'd see anybody break Hank Aaron's home run record.
Big hack from Downham, and he strikes out. Rouse ran the count full. Now there's 2 away for Rose.
Second strikeout this inning and overall for Roush.
That'll bring up Jake Stank, grounded out to the shortstop an inning ago. Stank crouching in the right-hander's batter's box.
Jake is an equal opportunity extra base hit machine. 6, 6, and 8 doubles, triples, home runs. So doesn't matter as long as it's more than one base. He's good.
Big swing and a miss, and it finds the glove of Roberts. Stank barely ticked it.
I feel like we're getting some extra pop in the mitt tonight.
What's a better sound than a catcher's mitt popping?
The best sound in sports is a wooden bat hitting a baseball.
Okay.
I
So
think
2 of the best sounds.
Yes, 2 of the
from
best.
baseball.
Second best is probably a net snapping on a swish shot, and then the catcher's mitt popping, I would probably say.
Another big hack from Stank. 2 swings and misses. It's 2-2.
I don't know. I may go the catcher's mitt fourth. A shot off the crossbar of a hockey goal. Maybe the ping. It's kind of a cool.
That is a cool
sound. Crossbar of the post.
I think a pretty good sound also is the crowd on a big shot or a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
I mean, that instance right there where it's just, I mean, there's noise and sound, but then it just, I mean, in an instant.
Or a good football hit where you hear the pads.
Got him looking. Big old bender from Rouse. And all 3 outs he picks up this inning are via the strikeout. But Anderson does tack on 2 runs. They lead things 2-0. We'll head to the home half of the third on HCAC.TV. Top of the lineup due up for Rose-Hulman when we resume our action from Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Another look at that scamper that Justin Reed made, and he ended up scoring on a steal attempt to third. That was the second run brought in by Anderson. But a pretty good answer for Matthew Rouse, the starting pitcher, able to strike out the side and limit the damage to the 2 runs.
Watch out, those Cincinnati Reds are red hot. Up 8-2 in the 9th.
Hey, hottest team in baseball right now.
Over Pittsburgh.
Hey, Pittsburgh's a professional team too.
Wow, Celtics up 17 in the 3rd at Milwaukee.
You know what it is? You showed it to me before the game.
Nah. We don't give away our secrets, Jarrett. Come on now.
Let's just say the fix might be in.
No. Conspiracy theories. Ooh.
Maybe
Again.
the hardest swing we've seen from Tuttle.
The high cheese, both sides all night. Can't lay off it. This is Good time, though, for some cheese and crackers, maybe a little wine.
Hey, just ask Keith.
Yeah.
Keith always finds his way. He'll get us some.
I'm not
food.
a wine guy, but I know a lot of people like. Oh,
hard hit ball right at Smitherman. Takes a couple steps to his left, and a line out to the first baseman.
He's had a lot of plays. He had a pop up in the first. Smitherman had the one shovel back to Stoll on the ground ball pick. It was nice.
Another lefty in. Coulter Colliard Rodak steps in. Fastball with some zip on it from Walker Stoll.
Come on, man. CCR.
CCR.
Lights have taken full effect now as the sun is down. Again, just a gorgeous night for baseball.
We're going to have to play some CC on our way home, I think.
we need some of that music in between innings now.
We've had some pretty good music at the ballpark. Shout out Joey over here to our left.
Outside of the country music, it's been good.
We've heard some CCR too.
Jerry put in his 2 cents about, he just if you throw on Imagine Dragons, Jerry's happy.
That's a pretty solid band. The 2-2.
Oh.
Off-speed pitch. Looks like CCR was ready for it, but may have swung just underneath it. A strikeout picked up for Walker Stoll. That's his 4th.
I made a list of things, since it's mostly normal now again that I wanted to do. I wanted to go see at least 3 concert/comedians this year. I knocked 2 of those out, just like that base knock right there, in a couple of weeks, in a span of a week.
Josh Messenbrink on the very first pitch, sits on the off speed, sends it into left field.
2 for 2, raising that average.
So who did you see?
Oh, I'm going. So June 11th and June 17th. June 11th, I'm going to see Tom Segura.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
And then June 17th, going to go see Tears for Fears.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Super excited about that. One of my favorite bands when I was in high school.
There we go. First pitch. Lopez gets hit. And so with 2 outs, Rose-Hulman threatening to score.
2-out rally. And this is the guy you want at the dish, the way he's been hitting lately, is Krajewski.
Krajewski hit the lone home run in the previous game against Hanover. Fastball gets away from Downham. Took a nice bounce off the backstop, but still unable to throw out Messenbrink, who takes third. Both runners move up on the wild pitch.
Now a big batter here for Stoll. 2-out base knock ties this game up. And Krajewski has a chance to help his teammates out here.
If you're thinking ahead, you do have that base to work with now. They're going to go right at Krajewski. The Heat ran in on his letters right at the jersey.
It didn't look like he was trying to shoot the ball the other way on that swing. Looked like he was trying to lift and separate, put one out there in the flag area.
Fouled straight back. Stoll wants to go right at him. He has him down 1-2. Krajewski popped out to Smitherman at first. And his previous at-bat. Big pitch here. Fastball, got him looking.
He did not like that pitch, but hey, 2 strikes, you got to be hacking.
Krajewski maybe thinking off speed. Stoll gets out of a jam. 2 men left on base from Rose-Hulman. And now the top of the fourth awaits. Anderson leads things 2-0 on HCAC.TV, powered to you by IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
New pitcher out on the mound for the Fighting Engineers. Taking over is Skylar Wilcox, a sophomore. The day is done for Matthew Rouse, who goes 3 innings, gives up 2 runs, and was able to record 5 strikeouts. Correction, 3 strikeouts. 5 strikeouts on the other side for Walker Stoll. Win or go home situation. If you gotta go to the bullpen, then you better get the right guy out there if you are Rose-Hulman. And right now, Wilcox appears to be the guy.
It is. Rouse, like you said, also gave up 3 hits and 3 walks to go along with his 3 strikeouts.
Wilcox this season, 28 innings pitched with a 7.62 ERA. Starting things off for Anderson will be Casas Jr., who walked in the 2nd inning. Now a little over an hour gone by in this game as we begin inning number 4.
It's been quick compared to the rest of them.
Quick games yesterday, a little over 2 hours with all of them. But our previous game, previous 2 games actually were right at the 3-hour mark. Somebody doing homework over there? He's not even paying attention to the game.
Drop down a little bit. You know, maybe they're double dipping like they're at home, at a baseball game, watching it, and maybe watching, you know, NBA playoffs or NHL playoffs on the laptop.
I appreciate his effort.
Yes.
His ability to multitask.
A+ for effort there. I got a feeling Jerry and the cameraman are going to sleep really well tonight.
Those cool, comfortable hotel beds. Casas Jr. lines out to Krajewski in center field. And there's one gone.
I'm just afraid I'm going to get stuck with Keith as a roommate now.
Now, Keith gets his own room.
Oh, he does, huh? We'll just pile all you youngins into one room and give each of us all old guys
Great idea.
Our own.
Big old fastball in there to Brady Reed from the new pitcher, Skylar Wilcox. Off speed that time. Reed didn't take the bait. Reed on the season, 278 hitter coming in, 4 home runs this year. Going again to that outside corner, and Wilcox gets ahead.
Also has 7 doubles.
Went way outside the zone, and Reed went fishing for it. First strikeout for Skylar Wilcox. There's 2 down.
The second baseman, number
That's one of those at-bats where you have got your mind made up early. You're hacking, and then you're just like, oh, I can't believe I swung at that pitch.
All of Wilcox's appearances this year have been in relief. His last appearance was on May 8th against Wabash. Went 2 innings, gave up 1 run, and recorded 1 strikeout. Here's a long fly ball deep left field, and unable to track it down is the left fielder Finch. And cruising in with a double is Stephen Victory.
Boy, Vickery got a hold of that one. I thought it may have a chance. Pulls it just a little bit further. The potential.
Vickery, the second baseman, we mentioned had a home run yesterday in our opening game of the tournament. Has some deep power. He's been able to show that off.
Yeah. Sneaky pop in that bat.
So Vickery is a 2-out threat to score with the bottom of the order, Connor Gordon. Gordon looking to go 2 for 2.
Yeah, single and scored the first run for the Ravens.
Over to the right side. Messenbrink with an easy one to retire the side. So the 2-out hit for Vickery doesn't bring in anything. Rose-Hulman due up in the bottom of the 4th inning, trailing 2-0 on HCAC.TV.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Here's a decent turnout from some Anderson fans sticking around for the late night game.
Hey, Jarrett, how can you get the latest updated information, if I can be redundant and say it twice, from IndianaSRN? How do you do that?
Well, you can check out our Twitter at IndianaSRN. And if you're not here at the game, you can also tune in on our YouTube channel at IndianaSRN. Make sure you subscribe, hit that big red button. That's the key.
Notification.
Yes, and the notification bell. We have 2 games for you tomorrow.
Hopefully.
That's right.
Have you seen
Mother Nature might.
The front, yeah.
She might come in.
Moms like to ruin for good times, don't they? Just kidding.
No. Stoll is still out there. He's going to give off a leadoff single that's going to catch the gap. Anderson unable to cut it off. Reedy finally
thought about it.
Gets a hold of it. Thinking about 3 was Harrison Finch, but he'll stroll in with a leadoff double.
Maybe that'll get the bats rolling for the Fighting Engineers.
Finch picks up his first hit of the game, and now Taylor, who reached via a walk in the 2nd inning, comes up trying to cut into this deficit. Right-handed hitting Taylor has to back up a few steps as Stoll runs the fastball in on him.
What Taylor's trying to do here is, if it's an inside pitch, inside out it, you want to hit it to the right side to advance that runner to third with 1 out.
Not showing bunt either is Taylor, as he's up in the count 2-0.
Kid's got 26 ribs on the season, so, you know, those are pretty good numbers for a 7-hitter.
producing in that bottom part of the order is Taylor, 293 hitter this season.
A big gap, too, between first and second base, so maybe try and shoot it that direction.
Fastball, that's the pitch to do it on, too, outside corner.
It was, but I think he thought it was high. He's still got a strike to work with at least, 2.
The 2-1 now from Walker Stoll. We'll wait a couple moments before that.
You know, we had 2 balks called in our previous game, both on Franklin. It was really interesting.
Finch gets a hold of this one. Back at the wall, and it's off the yellow on the top of the fence. Rose-Hulman thinks it's a home run, and it is.
That's why you let him hit.
Well, Anderson, they haven't got the memo yet. They'll let Finch tag home plate. It is ruled a home run. The third base umpire steps in. He had a good vantage point of it. It's a home run hit by Adam Taylor. For Taylor, it's his first of the season and his 28th RBI.
Oh, there you go. See if we can get a replay, see where that hit.
See where this one lands.
It looks like it hit the hill right behind and bounced back over.
Actually, I think he hit the scoreboard.
So how about that? Able to tie it up 2-2. Taylor comes through from the 7th spot.
Beauty of having all these people in your head.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out where that ball landed. I thought it landed off the yellow on the top of the fence.
It either hit the yellow on the fence or it hit the hill right behind and kicked back. But it was a home run.
Nonetheless, a loud pop off the bat of Taylor, and all of a sudden we have a brand new ball game.
You wanted him to bunt.
Well, I mean, there's a time and place. There's a situation. True. Adam Taylor says, I don't bunt.
I go deep. Slow-mo here.
I think it hit on the top of the Borg Warner sign.
Yeah, I can tell you it did not hit the scoreboard.
No, and it did not hit the fence either. I think it hit the padding of the wall.
Then that's not a home run. Umps get it right, man. Come on now.
Yeah, according to Keith.
Okay, I was wrong. It actually hit.
Big swing and a miss by Christensen.
Sorry about that.
And we're tied at 2.
Christensen able to foul this one away. Counts 1-2.
You know, Finch came close, and Taylor said, let me get those extra few feet for you, big fella, and I will send it over the wall.
Yeah, well, usually you have that yellow part on the top of the fence.
Yeah.
And it has to clear that part. But umpire was watching it the whole way. We saw him give the signal also. Anderson still thought the ball was in play.
I think it makes it tough that it's the yellow, then it's the, wire fence that you can see through, and then the actual wall. So that kind of gives an interesting illusion from the yellow line down to the wall itself.
Well, Stoll responds with a strikeout of Christensen. That's the second time we've written a K next to his name.
6 strikeouts for Stoll.
Roberts now comes up. He also struck out in the second inning, the catcher.
Looking. Lot of lefties in this lineup for Rose-Hulman.
Stoll able to get ahead, 0-1. Stoll in his now 9th game that he is starting has 1 complete game this year. We saw a complete game by Casey Henderson, also of the Anderson pitching staff yesterday. Stoll seems to be giving an extra pop to his catcher Downham behind the plate after giving up that 2-run blast.
He's definitely got that Jeff Zamarja look with the long hair and back and the stash.
He almost has the number, too.
Yeah.
Big hack taken there by Roberts, and now it's 2-2 when he struck out in the second.
It helps
in a 2-2 count.
Helps that he's tall and skinny and right-handed as well.
Jeff Samardzija, alumni of
Notre Dame.
Go Irish. Nearly caught him looking. The count runs full. Well, we can say something bad about every college.
Well,
Let's just go
could.
down the line right now.
The one thing that I had to learn quickly to adjust to when I moved to Indiana were the people that were Notre Dame football fans and Indiana basketball
fans. That's right.
That's no bueno. Sorry.
I know a couple of those off the top of my head.
Pick a school.
Roberts gets a piece of it.
Like Rose-Hulman football, Rose-Hulman basketball, Rose-Hulman baseball. One school.
That's right. The worst fans are, you're a Yankees fan, and then you're a Lakers basketball fan.
Cowboys.
Hey, you're a Red Sox fan. Even better. That's what Keith is.
That's true, yeah.
Roberts works up the walk. And so a 1-out base runner here for Brett Tuttle. Back to the top of the order.
I'm curious to know what happened in the 2013 World Series when his Red Sox faced Debbie Meyer's Cardinals in the World Series. How'd that go in the house?
That was not a good household there.
Oh, mound visit.
Walker Stoll is going to see the pitching coach head out there of Anderson.
But
because you have Tuttle now. Yeah. This is 3rd plate appearance seeing Stoll.
Yeah, it's Messenbrink that's really kind of giving you fits with the 2 base knocks, and CCR got a base knock in the first. But you need to get Tuttle out. You need something to happen here because there's only 1 out. And the guys coming up that are got a potential to hurt you already have hurt you.
Tuttle hits .327 this year, a senior. One of 5 seniors in this 9-man starting lineup.
You know, back in Jerry Mine's day, you only could root for the teams in your region because that's all the news you got. Didn't have this wonderful little handheld device that gives you national news.
So much to help us broaden our horizons nowadays. Brings the bender on the first pitch, does Stoll.
I mean, shoot, if you wanted to score from a West Coast Tuesday night game, you had to wait till the Thursday paper to get it because it was too late for the Wednesday paper.
Tuttle, did he offer at it? They say yes. We thought so, too, up here. Pretty good pitch by Stoll.
That was a really good pitch. Do you go back to that breaking ball, or do you go try the high cheese here with Tuttle?
You got your options.
Yeah.
0-2. Waste pitch, perhaps upcoming.
Yeah, see if he goes fishing.
But first, a throw over. Coulter Couillard Rodak sits on deck, struck out in the 3rd, but did single in his first plate appearance. Tuttle. Ball gets away from Downham, and that'll advance Roberts into second base.
That is what you didn't want with your waste pitch.
Wanted him to go fishing, but
yeah,
not at a pitch that gets away from your catcher. So now runner in scoring position for Rose.
A different approach now for Tuttle as well.
Fouls that one away. Watch out.
That was interesting. That was a rocket right back over at the dugout.
That was Roberts able to get down the line.
Reed's so close to the bag. There's a huge gap there.
Tuttle goes the other way.
And they're shading him to pull.
Gordon is slightly off the line at third. And deep in the hole is Vickery at second base. Roberts extends his lead, the 1-2. Off-speed pitch, Tuttle. Smitherman was off the bag, and so there's not going to be a play at first.
Wow.
I'm not sure if Smitherman thought that Stoll was going to come in behind him.
He made a play towards the ball, and he expected he expected Stoll to be there, and then he just couldn't get over there in time.
Miscommunication with the Ravens defense, and now runners at the corners, and still one out.
Now you got to make a pitch here if you're Stoll. Try and get a ground ball, middle infielders, roll it over and get out with no damage.
Another lefty, Coulter Colliard Rodak, the fortunate son. The sixth batter that has now come up to the plate for Stoll this inning. Rose tied things up with the Adam Taylor 2-run home run. And still threatening to put more runs up on the board.
That's a nice breaking ball on that pitch. Had his knees buckled.
This level of baseball is, you appreciate it so much because you're not always going to get 1-0 fastballs, 2-0 fastballs. Guys at this level have the ability, sometimes sliders or curveballs are their favorite pitches.
Yes.
If they want to get a strike.
You don't want to outthink yourself, but you have to be able to change it up on occasion to keep them off balance.
Stoll will come to the plate this time. 2-1 now to CCR.
Looks like he's a little bit, he's fallen off the left side of the mound. Arm slot's a little high. That's why he's up and away some. Needs to throw more through to the plate.
In the dirt, good read by Tuttle, and he's going to take off and swipe second.
What a smart play. Well, they checked with the third base umpire to see if he went around. He did not. I still think we need to all go out there and slide head first on turf, see what it feels like when this thing's over.
Count is now full to Colliard Rodak. It's not going to feel good, probably.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it hurts them, right?
Yeah, but they're wearing pants and jerseys.
Would you rather slide legs first with shorts on?
No.
Okay.
Good point.
I just want to see, like, is it itch or what? I don't know.
Infield is in. CCR past the first baseman, Smitherman. This will score 2. Throw comes in. They'll cut it off. A 2-run single for Coulter Colliard Rodak. And Rose-Hulman has a 4 spot in this 4th inning.
Now are we going to get a possible pitching change here? Because Stoll's looking towards the dugout making arm motions. We'll get it here.
They do have 2 guys warming up in the bullpen. They had just 1 earlier. And it appears we will see a pitching change. Stoll is going to exit in this 4th inning.
I wonder if maybe he tweaked something, because it's almost like he called the coach out.
Stoll maybe taking himself out of this ball game, kind of shaking that elbow up a little bit. We will have a pitching change. Stoll responsible for the runner that is on after the 2-run single for Rose-Hulman. They now lead 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th.
I'm Samantha Huber. I'm a national security, political science, and criminal justice major. Coming out of high school, what I really wanted in a college was somewhere that I could pursue both political science, journalism, and also just the national security aspect of things, or security studies, but also that had lacrosse, because I really wanted to play lacrosse. And so I found that AU had all of those things, and that really attracted me to it. So over the summer, I lived and worked in DC for a little bit at U.S. Customs and Border Protection in their Office of Intelligence, working to support intelligence products about migration and human smuggling from Lebanon and Syria. I wanted to do something that actually made a tangible difference and actually dealt with bigger issues. Not that other things aren't important, but I just wanted to do something where I could see the impact it would really make. Just working in both on the journalism side of things and then also on the government side of things, I've just been able to see how those 2 ends need to work together to really balance each other out and actually work well, and why they're both needed. So I'm the kind of person who's always looking for ways to better myself and to grow as a person and a student, and AU is definitely the best place to do that.
Here's a look at the new pitcher in for the Ravens, Evan Doan, a right-handed pitcher. Made an appearance yesterday as well, so getting back-to-back days with visits on the mound. Doan pitched against Franklin, 1 inning, 1 walk and 1 strikeout was all he had. Sidearm delivery as Messenbrink steps into the box and fouls 1 deep down the right side.
A lot of sidewinders. Let's see where Mr. Doan is from here. Frankton, Indiana.
You said it. Everybody's from Indiana except one. We did
mention
this
one?
since yesterday. There is a Wisconsin native on this Anderson roster. Sophomore Luke Renard.
I believe the head coach at Westfield's son plays for Anderson, Evan Bonnell.
Coach Bayer, Matthew Bayer, his 5th year at the helm at Anderson, earned his bachelor's at Anderson in 2001. Back to the plate, Messenbrink waits on it. It's going to drift out to shallow center field. And Reedy comes in to make the catch and record the second out. Coach Bayer also, get this, earned his master's degree at Ball State.
Chirp, chirp. How many days has it been since you've officially been a college graduate?
Well, it was last Saturday, so it's now 6 days.
Nice. Feel any different?
No.
It will come August.
All I know is I don't have any schoolwork to do, and that's all I care about.
That's always nice. Now you just have real work to do.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait. Manuel Lopez, the shortstop, is now in. He was was left on base in the third after getting hit by a pitch.
Yeah, you only got 40-plus years of that to go. No worries.
Yeah, what age is retirement?
It's any age. It all depends on how you play it.
Right. Well, a big spot here for Doan. He has Lopez down 0-2. Trying to get that third and final out of the inning.
You know, when you take over for Jack Buck at ESPN, you know, you could probably do that for a few years and retire early with all the big bucks they're making.
Oh, yeah, Joe and Troy.
Yeah. How about the stat? Once Brady retires, Tom Brady retires and goes to Fox, he will make more in 10 years at Fox than he will have made his entire football career.
And
to this point.
Upcoming years, what, year 22, 23?
23.
10 years, $375
That's
million.
Incredible.
Lopez staying alive.
Sun shines on some people quite a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, down in the Sunshine State for Brady, it sure does. Brady's never going to retire, though. He's going to play forever.
Nah. My fear is that he won't have a choice. The game will ask him to leave, and that's what you don't want for controversial opinion. The GOAT.
He is. Well, you know that TB12 method, though. I mean, that's he may never retire. He may play forever. He may play till he's 50.
And I'll have you know, University of Illinois beat him his senior year in the big house, baby. Woo! But that was also back when I thought Drew Henson was going to be a better player than Tom Brady.
Oh. Gets away. Smitherman off of his glove. Third. He's going to go to third. CCR takes off easily into third base. Smitherman has to get the ball in. He hasn't yet.
You got to throw it.
Koyar Rodak just kind of toying with him, and he does retreat back to third base, but that is a big advancement for number 10. He stands at third as Lopez looking to get him in with 2 outs.
E3 on that play.
Another look at it. Doan couldn't believe it. Another 0-2. Just off the plate. 1-2 now. The count to Manuel Lopez. Downham sets up outside. Well outside. Evened up 2-2. Infield at their normal depth with 2 outs. It's been a long half inning with Stoll and Doan. This game got off to a decent pace, but
yeah, it's screeched to a halt now.
Anderson scored last inning. Rose put up 4 this inning, but Lopez goes down on strikes, and finally Anderson is able to get out of the inning. But the Fighting Engineers take the lead. They have 4 runs off of 7 hits. We'll head to the 5th here on HCAC.TV.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Skylar Wilcox will start his second inning out on the mound as the Fighting Engineers put up 4 runs in that 4th inning thanks to a 2-run shot from Adam Taylor. And then followed up by a walk and 2 singles to get home their 4 runs. Walker Stoll forced to exit after 3 1/3 inning pitch.
Final line on Stoll. 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts.
89 total pitches for Stoll. Now the Ravens trying to get back those runs they gave up. Top of the zone, Graham Reedy sees a strike go in there. He's down 0-2. Reedy singled in the first, struck out in the third. Outside, Wilcox doesn't quite get the call.
That's what we talked about earlier. It's a throwaway pitch. Let's see how far outside I can go and see if he can either get him to swing or get the call.
Wilcox back to Reedy, who goes Oppo Taco, and he'll pick up a single past the outstretched glove of Lopez.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oppo Taco is yard.
Okay.
That's just Oppo.
Okay, then that was a Oppo burrito. Soft taco. It was a soft taco.
Soft taco, okay. It's a cheese roll-up.
Yeah. Off the $1 value menu at Taco Bell.
Ugh.
It's a good way to start off the inning for Anderson.
Yeah, you want to get a crooked number here and help your pitcher out.
5 total hits for the Ravens. Reedy has 2 of them. Now Justin Reed follows in, and he's ahead in the count, 2-0.
Three hits given up by Rouse, 2 by Wilcox.
Wilcox. A 2-0 swing from Reed, fouls it off. Shout out to downtown Wilkinson. That's where John Collins is watching from. Can always count on John to let me know when he's tuned in.
Very nice.
Baseball's been good for all of our viewers at home. We hope you enjoy what you're seeing here, HCAC.tv and IndianaSRN. If you'd like to see more of this, contact the coach, Keith Myers, at coach@IndianaSRN.org.
Or just go to our homepage and hit that little donate button.
That works too. It's a hard-working man, Keith Myers. Ground ball to short. Lopez will try to get the lead runner, which they do. It goes 6-4. And running hard is Justin Reed.
Hey, this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audios without the express written permission of the HCAC is prohibited. Got to make sure and get that in.
You're pretty good at that.
Well, you know, you're a teacher. You learn to talk fast. Got to get all the words out before they shut their ears off.
You got to get it in last game, too, because Troy forgot.
I know.
Smitherman, high chopper to third. It's going to be a tough play to first, and he's safe. Smitherman legs it out. Tuttle not much you can do there with the hard hit ball off the turf from Smitherman.
We used to call that a Baltimore chop back in the day, but now it's just turf. Or the sand, if you will. I didn't know Troy was older than I was.
He's been at it for a long time.
Yeah.
If you missed our earlier game with Earlham and Franklin, Troy Deet was here with you. Wilcox, Jed Downham, first pitch, laces it just foul. Down the right field line. Boy, Downham needs one of those to boost his confidence. So far, he's 0 for 2, but yet to see one go through the infield in this tournament.
Well, the lefty's going to see that sign water really well, so he was definitely looking to turn and burn there, and almost did.
Keeping up with the trend of trying to attack those first pitch fastballs that are seeking into the zone. Wilcox back to Downham, who lifts this one over our heads and foul.
Again, as he's literally standing on the plate.
Downham's average now at 200. 4 home runs this year with 21 knocked in. Down in the count, 0-2. Outside. Nicely done to lay off.
Tough take, yeah. That was a lot of patience there by Downham. Big gap out in left center.
Reed gets his lead off of second. Downham throws his bat at it, and it's going to drop in front of the left fielder. They're going to hold Reed at third, and a wise move there by Coach Baird not to send the runner. Now it's bases juiced with 1 out. Jake Stink up to bat.
Just an excuse me swing, but got enough of it to just drop it right over the third baseman's head. Luckily, Finch was off and got in quickly enough, so they had to hold. I believe it was Reed at third, but bases juiced, 1 out. Another big moment.
Jake Stank notched his 8th home run of the year yesterday. Huge spot here. Rolls over to the shortstop. Lopez gets one at second. Relay over to first. Not in time. Stank will pick up the run batted in and cut this Rose lead from 2 down to 1.
I honestly don't think he gets the run batted in on that, to be honest with you. We'll have to ask our official scorer. No RBI on that? That is an RBI. My bad.
Why would you ever doubt me?
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Excuse me.
I'm just kidding with you. There will be a time in this game, though, where I do get something wrong. So throwing out that in advance. Casas Jr. now steps in. He swings 1-0 count. Lace to Tuttle and center sliding grab to make the 3rd out. Ravens do pick up 1. Nice defense there by Tuttle to keep Rose-Hulman out in front. 4-3 is our score. The Fighting Engineers will now bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. When we come back, you're watching the HCAC Baseball Championships on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Fighting Engineers still lead things 4-3. Thanks for tuning in. Along with Sean Kroll, Jarrett Lewis with you here. Checking out some other scores from around the sports world and professional basketball tonight. Celtics look like they're going to tie the series up at 3 games apiece.
We'll see. So I was talking with Ashley Birchmeyer, the SID of Hanover, during the first game, and I think this is one of the best times of year because baseball is really in full swing, and you've got NHL and NBA playoffs going. You just had the NFL draft. It's just kind of a sweet spot for sports fans right now.
NFL schedule was just released yesterday.
It's not that big of a deal.
Because you're a Bears fan, is that what I'm hearing?
Like they make too much of it.
You're right, they do. Krajewski, first pitch he sees, he sends it into center field for a single. Krajewski picks up his first hit. They do. I'm telling you, man, NFL, they're trying to take over the world.
It's year-round now. It really is. NFL, NBA, both. They want your attention 24/7, 365.
3 Christmas games this year.
Wow.
They had 2 last year. And the Cardinals, they get a Christmas game again this year. Ain't that something?
That is something.
They played the Colts. Indianapolis went in there. Knocked off the Cardinals on the road. Christmas night.
Hey, I'm just glad the Bears don't open with the Packers. We just have them week 2, at Green Bay.
Harrison Finch is in. He doubled in that 4th inning where Rose put up 4 runs. And he ended up scoring when Adam Taylor went yard. Just missed. Up and away. .333 batter is Finch. No home runs this year, but does have 17 runs batted in. Back to the pitcher. A chance for 2. It skips into second base. And they do get an out there. Nice pick made by Justin Reed.
Great pick.
Saving the ball from going into home, and that could have been Krajewski coming around to score.
And it was a smart move just to make sure he secured the baseball and got that out. Wasn't even thinking about making a throw, especially when he saw poor Doan falling off the mound.
Doan has Downham set outside. Misses his mark by just a couple of inches. All those PFPs that Doan got in allowed him to make that play. Pitchers are fielders too sometimes,
Is that the new obvious shirt?
Those are pretty good.
I have 4 of them. 2 Cubs, 2 Bears. My wife has one too. You want to know what hers says?
Of course.
Anthony Rizzo will forever be my captain. That's hers.
Nice.
So that was her guy.
I'm afraid Rizzo's the new captain of New York.
No.
Sorry.
Judge will always take that man. I would think personally, but who knows?
Yankees are hot.
They are. So are the Astros. They had 10 in a row going into today.
I think it could be a wide open World Series.
And there's two MLB uniforms up here in the press box here at Kokomo. One was an Astro, one was an Angel. I think the Astro was Thatcher, maybe a pitcher.
That's right. Kokomo Municipal Stadium, home to the Jackrabbits. Beautiful host for HCAC baseball. 2-1 is now the count to Adam Taylor.
As it's 10:15 and we're in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah. Good thing I'm a night owl.
Swing and a miss from Taylor. Good pitch from Doan. Had him out in front. Decent turnout for this night game. You see the Anderson fans sitting behind home plate. There was nobody sitting there in the first 2 games.
Well, we had a Royals fan down there.
The sun was something to deal with. That got a piece of Taylor. 2-2 count. Taylor's going to reach after he gets hit.
Was he the one that was almost hit in the second and then walked?
He did. He walked.
And then he went yard, and now he actually gets hit.
So Taylor reaching base all 3 times. Rose-Hulman threatening to score again. Pinch hitter in for Rose-Hulman. The new man is Nathan Burke, who's going to take the bat away from the DH, Ben Christensen.
Your attention please, for Christensen. Number 32, Nathan Burke.
So Burke is in this year, 246 batter. 13 RBIs, a chance to add to that total.
Burke from Mount Vernon, Indiana.
Took a big hack on the first pitch he sees. Now, which Mount Vernon, though? There's 2.
No. Because there's Fortville, which is Mount Vernon Marauders. Then there's Mount Vernon, Indiana, which is Mount Vernon Posey.
That's right.
Yeah. Some more people checking us out. Trying to read one of these names. Can't really tell, but...
Burke, another big swing as Doan decided to go upstairs with it.
Pam Sanders, Marie Bennington, Zach Talent, Don Rainey, Dalton Carter, Maria Young. Thank you for tuning in.
If I'm not mistaken, Zach Talent.
Yes.
Wide receiver for Anderson.
Yes, sir. Was listening to the first game, too.
Burke rolls it over. It's going to be foul down the first base side.
I guess I should say watching.
We saw Zach Talent's talent earlier this year in one of our football broadcasts.
Yeah, he was impressive. School record.
That's right.
I believe in receiving for Anderson. Had the flow.
He sure did.
It was a lot of fun doing football last year.
That was at Mount St. Joseph that game.
Yes, it was.
Well, his Ravens trying to get a stop here. Burke is down 0-2. Doesn't chase at the fastball outside.
I made sure to write my bosses to beg and plead to come back for football if we get football for HCAC. Because it was that much fun.
It sure was. Burke, swing and a miss. Big strikeout picked up there by Evan Doan. There are 2 away.
And hey, if we get football again, you never know where Sean's going to be.
Talking about those shenanigans again, huh?
What? Me? Never.
Nothing will top the Grizzmobile.
I don't know. My favorite kind of was the Victory Bell.
Victory Bell's good.
Yeah. You have to scroll back in the Twitter timeline of IndianaSRN to check those out. Those were a lot of fun. The Grizz was up there. That was probably second best for sure.
That's what we love about doing these games. I mean, we get to watch football, but before that, it's checking out the atmosphere, the fans, everybody that's tailgating.
So much a part of it, and they let us have a lot of fun with it. It was great times by everybody. I almost snuck on the field at Mount St. Joseph. Almost got in uniform, so that was kind of cool too. Had the helmet on, ready to roll.
That's Coach Hopperton, isn't it?
Yeah.
He would have let you.
I sensed you getting frustrated, though, towards the end of the season, like why I'd get lost. But you know me, I'm curious.
Two-one count now to the catcher, Drew Roberts.
At the 2-hour mark. Barely halfway through.
Stay with us.
Hang with them. Hey, it's a Saturday night.
It's not Saturday night. It's Friday night.
Oh, see, I don't even know what day it is. I was going to start to break out into Bay City Rollers there a second ago. You probably have no idea who they are.
Nope. Is that the...
You've never heard the song SATURDAY, night. No? Oh, my goodness. I need to get that playing in between
Yeah,
innings.
yeah. You'll have to play that for me during the break. Roberts works the walk. Bases are loaded now. We're back to the top of the order. Tuttle will come up for the 4th time. And we are in this 5th inning here. Tuttle so far, 1 for 3. Singleton scored in the 4th.
I'm going to update my scorebook here. Big moment. Anderson needs to get out of this jam without giving up any more runs.
Tuttle, first pitch swing, lines it straight to the left fielder out there for Anderson Casas Jr. And just like that, Ravens are out of the jam. We'll head to the 6th. 4-3 is our score. Ravens trying to climb back in this one. Keep it close on HCAC.tv.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably can help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to the HCAC Baseball Championships on HCAC.tv, powered to you by IndianaSRN. It's Sean Kroll and Jarrett Lewis with you here. Right now it is Friday, May 13th.
It's Thunderstruck.
Well, that song you just played for me Saturday night, we may go into Saturday if the way this game is going. Who knows?
I don't have any plans.
No. Due up first is Brady Reed, the designated hitter.
We'll just act like this is a West Coast game, that's all.
Yeah, you are currently watching the Dodgers and the Padres.
Kershaw went on the IL today.
Uh-oh.
And that's why you didn't leave him in for the perfect game.
Yeah, Coach Dave Roberts is the best manager in baseball.
Whoa, slow down.
Because of that reason, of course. He was thinking ahead. Going the other way is Reed into the glove of Messingbrink. And that's a quick out.
In my opinion, if I could choose any current major league manager to manage my ball club.
Wait. Let me guess.
Okay.
I feel like this is going to be wrong, but my first thought was Madden.
No.
Not a Madden guy?
I was at first. But then, you know, the shtick gets a little old, and he didn't know how to handle a pitching staff very well. But
okay, I kind of want to think about this for a second.
Okay. Nice off-speed pitch there. I'd be impressed if you got it.
Is it a?
Well,
is it a high
there's
market
two
team?
guys. I'll say there's my top 2 guys.
Is it a West Coast team?
One manager is, one is not.
Is it Kaplan?
Kapler?
Kapler.
No.
Kapler.
No, sir.
Well, I give up.
It would either be Buck Showalter or Bob Melvin.
Okay, yep. Bob Melvin can he can be awful ornery to those umpires. So can Showalter.
Yeah.
Vickery strikes out. So far, 2 up and 2 down for Wilcox. I didn't even realize until I saw a game that Showalter was managing the Mets.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
He was with MLB Network. The Mets brought him in.
Mets, another hot team in baseball. I
Yes.
believe they have a top 2 record.
Yeah. See? I'm telling you, Showalter.
It just looks like it's all going north, Jay.
All I can think about when you said Melvin, all I can think about is that home run that was hit in Cleveland by Rosales.
Adam Rosales,
Adam
yes.
Rosales.
He lost his mind on Angel Hernandez.
Oh, that's why. There's another topic of discussion right there. Sean and I could talk about well, Keith could too. We could talk about.
One of my favorite YouTube deep dives is bad umpiring calls. Oh, they're fantastic.
You could find a rabbit hole watching
anything
YouTube videos of bad umpire calls. Jam shot to the second baseman, and it's 3 up, 3 down for Wilcox as Gordon grounds out. We'll keep things right here as Rose-Hulman with the lead, 4-3. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 2 up for the Fighting Engineers. 2, 3, and 4. Coulter, Colyard, Rodak, Josh Mesenbrink, and Manuel Lopez.
2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, dance it off. It's getting late.
I bet they know it's Saturday night, the Saturday night song.
I don't know. We should ask Joey to play that song and see what the
See
crowd
what the people
reaction
know.
is.
They'd go, but it's Friday night. I remember back as a youngster on Friday nights staying up late to be able to watch Friday night videos. And because I remember that was the only time you could see. Sorry, I'm posing for a picture. They wouldn't show Michael Jackson Thriller during prime time because they thought it was too scary, so you had to stay up on NBC for Friday night videos to see the world premiere of Michael Jackson's Thriller video, and now that's like no big deal.
Were you on the edge of your seat?
It was cool. I thought he was like, what just happened? But yeah, Friday night videos was awesome. Because we lived way out in the country and didn't have cable TV, so yeah. We weren't cool.
Just a picture-perfect night, as you see there, the landscape around the stadium.
Breaking news. Due to threatening weather in Kokomo here tomorrow afternoon, the conference will shift the game times forward. Check www.heartlandconf.org and social media for updated game times. We will also post them on our or the HCAC.TV website or IndianaSRN on Twitter. We'll have them everywhere. Yeah, just got that from Jay Jones.
First game was slated for 12:30, but it looks like the rain is going to come in the afternoon.
Man, so we don't get to sleep in.
Night owl.
That's one thing about old age that stinks, is you get up early enough in your life that your body gets up on its own. Like, no, I want to sleep in, but your body won't let you.
2-1 count. Coulter Colliard Rodak, also known as CCR. So far, 2 hits for Colliard Rodak. Singled in the first and the fourth, did not score. Outside, 3-2's the count.
I don't know why CCR in my head, I keep thinking Jeremiah was a Bullfrog because I know that wasn't them. Yeah, it's 3 Dog Night. Hey, I'm not as old as you, Keith. Oh, wait, they can't hear you. I'm sorry.
It's a walk. Doan issues it to Colliard Rodak, so he will lead off the bottom of the 6th, reaching base.
I did get the Michael Jackson Thriller double album, though, for Christmas one year, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, album. I don't even remember 8 tracks. We had a van that played 8-track tapes.
You are speaking a foreign language.
I know. We thought CDs were the coolest thing ever.
And then you had iPods brought in. I'd heard recently they just discontinued.
Just did, yeah.
This was, what, a week ago now? 2 weeks ago?
You know the first time I ever saw an iPod? What was that pregame NBA show at the Mod Rashab? What was that called? NBA... You know, before the NBA Game of the Week on Saturday on NBC. It was like NBA Jam or something. But Shaq was in a limousine. He's like, hey, this is where I keep all my music. It's kind of cool. It's this little box, and you turn the wheel. I'm like, what on earth is that?
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, what is this sorcery? And now, why have an iPod when it's all on your phone?
This one
the Sony
little
Walkman
device. Oh, yeah. Walkmans. What is that?
You probably don't remember guys walking down the street with boom boxes on their shoulders.
I was about to say, did you walk into high school in the morning and you had a boom box on your shoulder?
You kidding me? I was a nerd.
So you had the Walkman?
No. I had the hide amongst everybody so I don't get beat up stroll into school. Having a brother 2 years older, it's like he would annoy his friends so they'd beat me up for it. So I'm just like melt in with the walls and the lockers.
Doan, sidearm delivery to Mesenbrink, who fouls off another pitch.
Nice keeping his shoulder in with that submarine delivery there from Mesenbrink. We got a new follower. Connie, mom of 2. Thank you for following us. I wonder how many kids she has.
Just thinking the same thing.
I'm not a math teacher, though, so appreciate it.
Always.
Yes. Jarrett Lewis is a good follow on Twitter as well.
Up the middle, Mesenbrink. Nice sliding grab by Reed, and they call him out at second.
Ho, ho, ho.
Justin Reed slides to his left and cuts off the ball hit by Mesenbrink, and then gets the lead runner in Colliard Rodak.
That was interesting. I'd love to see a replay on that one.
And we got it for you. Ooh, Colliard Rodak. You know, he thought he was
super
safe.
Slow motion. Oh, I think it's a good
bang,
call.
Bang. A lot closer than we thought.
That's why the umpires get the big bucks.
Well, that's a big out picked up.
Huge.
By Anderson, too. Because Colliard Rodak started things off, getting on base, nobody out. Rose still has a chance here. Cleanup man. Lopez is in.
You were Mr. Popular in high school, weren't you?
I mean, I don't want to bang my own drum.
Were you the ladies man?
The what?
The ladies man? Saturday Night Live. Do you know what that show is?
Yes, I
Okay.
do, but it's
you don't
not
remember
funny,
the ladies
so
man?
I don't watch it.
What? Well, it's because you didn't watch it in its heyday.
Right, yeah.
It's not funny
yes.
now.
It was back in season 8, and there's now, what, season 48. They got a lot of seasons.
The 90s cast was the best when you had Sandler and Farley and Rock and Spade and Mike Myers, Phil Hartman, rest in peace, real Phil Hartman. That was the cast.
That's like the Mount Rushmore of personalities right
I heard
there.
Jerry's bringing out the original cast, the OGs.
Lopez.
Cheeseburger. Did he say Don John Belushi?
I don't know.
That's what it sounded like. I think Keith is just he's tipsy on lack of sleep over there.
Keith is giving us some. I think he's just coming up with names. Lopez strikes out, swing and a miss.
Well, let's all agree though, the best SNL cast member of all time was Eddie Murphy. Had to be.
Sure.
That's why I love Keith. He was a guest host. Sorry, in our ears, Keith said Steve Martin, but he was never a cast member. I bet Keith was a wild and crazy guy.
Behind the batter, Krajewski gets hit on the first pitch from Doan with 2 outs now. Messenbrink will move up 90 feet to second base.
Probably hit him in the softest spot, though.
That'll bring up Harrison Finch, who's reached base twice, including a double in the 4th inning. Messenbrink chatting it up with Reed at short.
Finch just struck the ball pretty well his last 2 ABs. Oh.
Sends it the other way, just left of the foul line.
That could have been trouble.
Bats lefty, throws righty. The left fielder, Harrison Finch, .330 this season.
I think I'm getting a little tipsy because I'm just like, that could be trouble. It starts with T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Do you know what movie that's from? You wouldn't. Do you know what the movie that's from, Jerry? Music Man. Keith for the win.
You mean that movie from South Bend? They were in South Bend or something? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
The Music Man.
The musical. It was called The Music Man.
Yeah, there's a movie about it, right?
Yeah, they made a movie.
Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna look it up though. The Music Man, and
yeah.
I feel like it has something to do with a part of Indiana or South Bend, maybe.
Are you thinking Stranger Things?
No,
it's not
I know
close.
that. That's
okay.
hard. Yeah, I know that.
Hawkins isn't far here from Kokomo, I believe.
Well, which
kidding.
hole do you got to go through to get to
Yeah.
Hawkins from Kokomo?
Just hope this weather isn't in the upside down.
Well inside. That pitch about wrapped around. That's
It's
what
Gary,
it is.
Indiana.
Yeah.
I was like,
see?
what are you talking about, South Bend?
Hey, I was kind of close. It's up there. I was kind of close. Gary, Indiana. See, I couldn't get.
I was a choir kid growing up.
Uh-oh. Hard hit ball. Right field going back. It's out of his reach and it's over his head. A ground rule double hit by Harrison Finch. It's going to score Messenbrink from second. And it definitely would have scored Krajewski from third. So that's unfortunate for Rose. But still, they do pick up a run with 2 outs.
Man, that was close. Somebody out there caught the ball. They're pretty excited about it.
The right fielder, number 18, Adam Taylor.
And so now someone who did go yard comes up, and Adam Taylor.
Let's see the replay here. That was in the nitro zone for sure.
And if it was 348 in right field, that one definitely would have been out for Finch. And you can see they are going to walk intentionally Adam Taylor. That's going to bring up Nathan Burke.
Looks like we make it a pitching change as well.
Coach Baird comes out. He's going to take the ball away from Doan. And we will indeed have a call to the bullpen. Right-handed hitter Logan Nickel set to come in for the Ravens, trying to get them out of this jam. Rose-Hulman leads it 5-3. There's a look at the new relief pitcher in for Anderson, Logan Nickel. Nickel did appear in the game yesterday for the Ravens. Against Franklin, went 1 2/3, gave up 2 hits and had 1 strikeout. On the season for Nickel, 47 innings pitched and a 5.36 ERA.
How big is that ground rule double going to be? Because that prevented another run from scoring. It's still only a 2-run lead. He can come in and get this out. Still keeps them close, as we're still not yet through the 6th inning. And I'm surprised Keith's standing up. I figured he'd be zonked out somewhere.
This is a big spot for the freshman pitcher. Nickel has the most appearances by any Anderson pitcher this year with 18. And the 3rd most innings pitched.
Whoa.
Big swing and a miss by Burke. He was ready for the first pitch.
Burke was ready to send one. Please get your chairs to the upright position and put your tray tables up. He was going for liftoff.
That pitch behind Burke and a great stab by Downham. Able to get over in position and prevent another run from coming in.
Angel Hernandez would have tossed him for throwing behind him.
One and one. Nickel back to the plate. In play, over to Smitherman at first, and he'll toss it to Nickel to record the 3rd out. Rose adds 1. Their lead is back up to 2. 3 innings left to go in this one. We enter inning number 7 with the Ravens coming up to bat on HCAC.TV.
You know who this is?
Entrepreneurs are often the hardest working, most beloved, and inspirational people on the planet. People who lead with heart and are fueled by passion. People like Randy, who found time while running his restaurants to put 3 adopted kids through college. Like Rebecca, who switched careers as an architect to achieve her dream of opening a music venue. And Tamia, who turned an after-school hobby into an online floral empire. Entrepreneurs put the time in, lead by example, spark ideas, and impact communities, all while shaping the financial future of their families. Nearly 1 million entrepreneurs trust Heartland to provide the technology to make money, move money, manage employees, and engage customers. Because we're entrepreneurs, we're people, and we get it.
Rose-Hulman back on top by 2 runs. They lead things 5-3. And they still have Wilcox out there dealing for them. He's had the lead every inning. He has been back out there on the mound. Due up for Anderson. It's going to be the top of the order with Reedy to start things off. You got a Reedy and then a Reed. And then another Reed towards the bottom of this Anderson lineup. Reedy so far, 2 base hits, both of them singles, and he struck out in the 3rd. Big swing and a miss, took something off of it, did Wilcox.
Oh yeah, Reedy out in front.
Reedy had 2 hits against Franklin, as did Justin Reed, who waits on deck. Reedy also had a run batted in. This time he connects with it, but it's foul.
Oh, that one's headed in the direction of my car. Ugh.
Your heart just sank right into your stomach, huh?
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Like a good neighbor.
That's State Farm.
Did he go? They check over to the third base umpire, Lyle Travis, and they say no. I was thinking of all the insurance statements and mottos.
Just no discount double checks.
Reedy turns on one. Slightly early on it. And it rolls on top of the netting.
What will get done first? This game or the Grizzlies-Warriors playoff game?
Right at the shortstop, Lopez. Reedy gave it a nice ride off of his bat. Yeah, so the Celtics-Bucks game goes to Game 7. Will we see the same?
Warriors up 4 at the end of the first quarter.
First pitch swinging into the Rose bullpen.
I think I just heard Keith's going to sting the stretch for a 7th inning stretch.
I think I heard a confirmation.
We got to stay on air if that's the case.
Wilcox bends over, throws one up to Justin Reed. Reed, one of 4 players hitting over 300, and that one hits him. His on-base percentage will now go up from .424, which is good for 2nd on the team. He's a 1-out base runner.
He scored 2 of their 3 runs. Connor Gordon.
The meat of the order now.
Yeah, they need Smitherman to hit one out of here and tie this game up.
Smitherman did single in his last at bat. This one could be trouble. They get one, they go to first, and they get the double play. 6-4-3. It'll go down in the sheet, and that's the 3rd and final out of the 7th inning. It's now time to stretch here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium.
Oh my goodness, he's doing it.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed. But today I live.
Now Edelweiss. Now Edelweiss.
Boy, you just missed something right there.
I'm so tired.
I mean, all I'm going to say is,
wow,
you couldn't have been more off key than that right there.
I've never heard a bass voice sing the 7th inning stretch before.
Hey, now we're on camera.
Oh, why are we on camera?
We should have gotten Keith on camera.
Yeah, that's what it should have been.
Boy, that was something.
That was a treat.
That was a treat. And the fans, we could see the fans. They're looking up here like,
and you know what? Hang on.
Who's this crazy guy?
My ears aren't bleeding, so I think we're good.
Who is this crazy guy that just grabbed the mic from me?
He was kind of like a cross between Ozzy Osbourne and Mike Ditka singing the stretch. You know? Barely intelligible, but not quite super fast, you know?
Man, oh man.
That's an all-time favorite moment right there.
No shame, that's for sure. Nichols back out there for Anderson. It was 1, 2, 3 for Wilcox and company. They got a much better tune now playing.
Little Journey, yeah. They're one of my favorites.
Up for Nickel. Pinch hitter for, no, check that. It's still Roberts. He's first pitch swinging. Drew, the catcher, has walked twice and scored in the 4th inning.
Very underrated Journey song, Wheel in the Sky. Just going to throw that out there.
I love that song.
That's a great song. A lot of people, they always, want Don't Stop Believin' or
Faithfully,
Open Arms. Yeah. And, Love and Touch and Squeezing's a good, they're just got a plethora of hits.
Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from Logan Nickel.
Journey or Foreigner?
Journey.
Oh, Foreigner's up there, though.
Not ahead of Journey.
Jukebox Hero? Oh, that's an all-time classic.
No, yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, but Lou Graham's, I was like Lou Graham's voice better than Steve Perry's. I've been waiting for a girl like you. That was the quintessential slow dance song for me when I was in junior high and high school.
Huge hack from Tuttle. It's now 1-1.
Hot-blooded. Oh. Good music right there.
Can't beat it. Tuttle takes it back where it came from. Not even going to throw it over there is Reed. It's an infield single.
Almost tried the Jeter jump throw there.
There's been a lot of balls hit in that direction. They've either made it to left field or the shortstop's been able to cut it off, but it's such a deep throw. Only guys, like you mentioned, Jeter and the majors are going to be able to make throws like that.
Genesis is in there too. Love me some Phil Collins Genesis.
Taking off from the first pitch is Tuttle. The throw down, skips in, and he's safe. Stolen base for Brett Tuttle. That's his 12th on the year. I feel like every time we're talking about music, we have CCR up to bat.
It's appropriate.
Nice capture by our cameraman down the third baseline. I believe that's still Chance over there. Am I correct? It is. He gives me the thumbs up.
Chance with the facial hair. You send them off to college and they come back. Men. It's unbelievable.
Man in scoring position for Rose with one out. We are Rodak with the foul ball back.
Yeah. It's the freshman 15 isn't the big deal. It's the 40 at 40 that gets you.
Two-one count. Koyar Rodak, nickel to the plate. Nearly got a piece of him. Runner goes. It's into left field. Tuttle gets up quickly, and he's going to scamper in and score. Tuttle took off for third base, trying to swipe two bags in one.
I'm going to assume E2 on that one.
Tuttle goes from first all the way to home, all in the at-bat for Koyar Rodak. 6-3 lead for Rose.
Yeah, Koyar Rodak's like, not even going to let me knock you in? You just got to score on your own?
Count is 3-2. That pitch that Downham threw down to third was a strike. The payoff. We'll try things again.
We get a fan catch out there?
That's
No.
right. We got some fans out there. Brought their lawn chairs. Another 3-2 from Nickel. This one is hit a long way. Looking up, and it's gone. A home run for CCR. Fighting Engineers now leads 7-3. A no-doubter, you can tell by the sound off the bat.
Man alive. That was a rocket. Engine boosters on that one. Love that. That's a bad man. He's had a pretty good night.
3 hits.
3 for 4.
And he's reached base 4 times. He also walked. That's the 3rd home run this year for Koyar Rodak. RBIs number 26. Another look at it.
This Nitro Zone.
I thought it was a no off the bat, no doubter. If he's hitting that one to left field, that one might reach past the sidewalk out there. Definitely.
He had no breeze at all right now, so he put a pretty good lick on that.
Ended up being a lot closer than I thought. The right fielder out there, Stank, took a jump at it. In between short and third goes Messenbrink. And it's the 3rd hit, all of them singles for the first baseman.
Did you ever see the Chicks Dig the Long Ball commercials with Glavine and Maddox? The Nike ones?
I think so.
Those are so good.
I never hit any long balls.
Me either.
No.
I was a 1 or 2 hitter. Get on base, let them drive me in.
So Nichols giving up the single to Tuttle, and he came around and score using his wheels. The home run to CCR, and now Messenbrink reaches base, all after striking out the first man he's seen.
So what were your favorite bands when you were in high school? That's been all
I really didn't start getting into the classic rock until my sophomore, junior year. But I'm a big Journey guy. I like the typical, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, they got all the hits. My top 3, though.
Oh, here we go.
Is unofficial, in no particular order.
All right. Of all time or just of?
All time.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking Journey's up there for me.
Really?
Yes, I love Journey. Bad throw. Did he keep his foot on? They say he did. Smitherman, nicely done. It's a fielder's choice out. Lopez goes down. 2 outs now. You know, I really like Van Halen.
Okay. Van Halen or Van Hagar?
Halen.
No, okay. Or, I mean, both. I'm just
yeah,
curious.
Definitely. And then to round it out, they got a lot of goodies. Led Zeppelin.
Oh, wow. No rap groups at all.
Oh, well, I was just talking about classic rock.
Oh, that's what I said, all time. Like.
Oh, I thought you meant like actual time. All-time rock bands.
Ooh.
Left center field. This one's going to drop. Krajewski is going to have himself another extra base hit, an RBI double. Messenbrink scores, and it's now 8-3 Fighting Engineers.
Now we'll get the pitching change.
3 runs have scored this inning for the Fighting Engineers. It appears that Nichols' day is done. All of a sudden, it's the largest lead of the game for Rose-Hulman. All of their runs coming in the 4th inning or later. Krajewski in this game. Single in the 5th, got hit by a pitch in the 6th. 3 consecutive innings he's reached base, and we do indeed have a pitching change. Looking to just get one more out to get out of this inning are the Ravens.
Who do we have on the mound here? Oh, just had the number and then lost it.
It's going to be a lefty. Coach Baird switching things up. It's been 2 righties, Stoll, Doan, and Nickel.
Cole Whitlock.
Whitlock starts getting warmed up.
Is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium, still in the bottom of the 7th. Fighting Engineers putting up 3 runs this inning. They tacked on 4 in the 4th. And they see a new pitcher come in for the first time. They'll go up against a lefty. And that lefty is Cole Whitlock.
Well, the Florida Panthers have advanced in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They beat the Capitals 4-3 in overtime, win the series 4-2.
Could very well be the Panthers in the Stanley Cup. Avalanche on the other side.
Warriors up on the Grizz, 44-37, 7.5 to go in the second period.
A quick look at Whitlock. Him and Henderson are the 2 lefties on this staff that have had the most innings. 15 and a third. 10 strikeouts, 12 walks, and ERA of 6.46. First pitch swinging.
Some other college baseball today. Number 1, Tennessee beat Georgia 9-2. Number 9, Texas Tech beat number 3, Oklahoma State 7-6. Number 7, Louisville beat number 5, Virginia Tech 8-1.
A lot of top 25 matchups.
Yeah,
right there.
some schools you wouldn't expect, like Virginia Tech, to be in the top 25 of college baseball, but they're growing some programs in these places.
Lefty on lefty now. The batter is Harrison Finch. Finch nearly hit by that pitch from Whitlock.
Purdue beat Northwestern 14-8. Penn State beat Ohio State 13-7. Hey, Big Ten has a ranked team. Maryland's 18. They beat Michigan 8-7.
Purdue's having a surprisingly good year, aren't they?
Iowa beat Michigan State 5-0, and Illinois beat Nebraska 8-3. Looking to see if Indiana played today. They were supposed to start at 7 o'clock against Minnesota, but no score.
Krajicki gets a lead off of second. 3-1 count to Finch. Rolls over on it. It's going to stay fair, hit the bag. Smitherman able to corral it in and get the out. Could have been a turn for the worse there for Anderson, but they finally do get out of the 7th inning. We'll head to the 8th. Ravens trail by 5 on HCAC.TV.
Hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
That's pretty good. Are those both Europe bands? Yeah. The Who? Oh. Wilcox is still out there dealing for Rose-Hulman. He has put in a lot of innings and a lot of pitches for this Rose-Hulman staff in relief of Matthew Rouse, who didn't go very long in this game, but it has worked out. Wilcox has had the lead the entire way.
While we're at the break, we're asking any two bands, any concert, any time. Jerry chimed in first. The Who and Led Zeppelin, yeah.
He knew right away.
You haven't answered yet. I have mine.
All right, let me hear yours.
The Police.
Ah, Roxanne.
Jerry always rubs it into the song. The Police and Nirvana would be my two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, it would be so cool to see Nirvana, especially with Cobain.
Prince is up there.
Yeah. Going the other way. First pitch swinging, down him. Long throw from the hot corner, and it's good from Brett Tuttle. 1 pitch, 1 out.
I bet Keith would be the Music Man. And the Von Trapp Family Singers.
The cast of
right?
the Music Man. No, that's a toughie.
It's not, yeah, it's not an easy question.
Because there's a lot of bands I like that are, I mean, like your Motley Crue, and they're just like, they're too crazy. I don't want that. Or your Guns N' Roses, too crazy for me. And too old, probably, too. I don't know.
Like in their heyday.
Oh, okay.
Because, like in my band and in Jerry, some of them aren't with us anymore, so.
Base hit by Stank into left field. His second hit tonight. I don't know, man. That's tough. You can't go wrong. You almost can't go wrong. I do think I just keep coming back to Journey and Van Halen. I think they're my top two.
Okay. Oh. It's the rally song.
Casas Jr. now stands in.
He's hit a couple of deep fly balls to center field tonight.
2 of them. He's kept Krajewski busy. And now trying to stay alive in the count, 0-2.
Oh, I've got a better question. Well, we'll save it for when Rose-Hulman's up, so we're not.
Can't forget about.
Yeah, Anderson's hitting now, so we got to. Ooh,
Casas Jr. went down to his knee and strikes it over just foul right side.
A la Adrian Beltre. Love it when Adrian Beltre would swing and go onto one knee and still go yard.
Did you see Anthony Rendon go yard from
Left-handed.
the left-handed side? That's when you know you're pretty good.
Yeah. Of course, he'd been stinking in my keeper fantasy league, and I traded him.
Oh, fantasy baseball.
Yeah.
That is a long season.
I traded. Part of the package was him, and I got Cody Bellinger in return. But it's a keeper league, so
Casas Jr. waiting on the off speed.
And I already had Mike Trout, so didn't want too many Angels.
Who are you playing against? Your sons and?
No. This is like guys all over the country.
Oh, it's just random guys.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Fangraphs. So
okay.
like you use Fangraph stats, and you have a salary cap and roster limits and minor leaguers and injured lists. It's pretty cool.
Have you messaged any of these guys? Like,
oh, we have a message board, yeah.
Okay.
You'll reach out, offer a trade. They'll be like, nah. My brother joined this year, and we've already gotten a deal done.
Casas Jr. swing and a miss, but it gets by the catcher Roberts. And Casas Jr. is out, but Stank does get to move up to second base. Base is occupied.
Number 44, Brady Reed.
Two outs. Stank is at second, and now Brady Reed will come in. The new catcher actually in for Rose-Hulman is Shane Garner. Garner has been the usual catcher for Rose-Hulman in the previous games. Wilcox working against Reed, 1-0 count. Outside, this one also gets behind the catcher Garner. Wilcox, a couple of pitches slipping away from him.
Or as old friend Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside. Ooh, that brings up another question, too. I got all kinds of questions.
My goodness. Yeah, you're going to have to write all these down. Reed trying to score Stank from third and pick up a run, make this a 4-run ball game. Now the 2-1. Reed gets jammed. Fouls it over into his own dugout. 2-2.
Why do I feel like that's the Munster song? I don't know why. Or the Addams Family or something. I think I'm getting loopy now.
Ball falls out of Wilcox's glove, and that's a balk. Stank will score with ease.
That's how you score a run with nobody getting an RBI.
And that's something you do not see very often. Misplayed by Wilcox. Nearly throws this one to the backstop. Reed will try to get on as the count is full. Reed's already walked once today. Swinging at this pitch. Not too far from
You were sitting right there just there earlier in the previous game. He's going to go running after. Oh, no, he's probably asleep. Nope.
Wilcox was ready to deal, but now has to reset. Another 3-2.
I think we need to officially say that Kevin Lanke jinxed this game by saying it was going to be the quickest game of the night, and it's going to turn out to be the longest.
That's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Reed just throws the bat at it, makes contact. Well, the earlier game.
There were two.
Well,
there were two earlier games.
One of them was longer than the other. I'm starting to get loopy, too. I can't even remember. One of them was very, very long. Long, loud foul ball by Reed. Now this is going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Reed. Works the walk. Another base runner for Anderson with 2 outs.
All right, here comes the question. You get one ticket to see any athlete play in the history of time. Who are you going to watch play?
It's got to be Michael.
Okay.
I'd probably go Michael or Bird. I'd love to see.
Really?
I'd love to see Bird play when he's in like one of his moods. You know, he's like, oh, I'm gonna play this game left-handed, or oh, I'm gonna.
Okay.
And sit courtside so you can hear the trash talk.
Yeah, he could do that for sure.
Who are you picking?
I'm a baseball guy, right?
Yeah.
I would probably have to go Babe Ruth.
That would be something.
You know? I mean, if I could pick one specific day, it might be the day Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. But if it's just to watch a single player just because of that player's aura, it'd probably be Babe Ruth. Or Gale Sayers.
Normally I wouldn't pick a basketball game because I'm a baseball guy and more of a football guy, but I just think you can appreciate the individual player more in a basketball game.
Oh,
the
true.
Ability to take over. You're pretty close in on the action in the arena. High.
Speaking of
pop
high,
up in foul territory. Tuttle tracks it down. The Ravens tack on 1 run, but they still trail by 4. Rose-Hulman will come up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. This is the HCAC Baseball Championships on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
Looking for a great family experience? Well, look no further than Indy's best campground, KOA Indianapolis. RV sites, tents, cabins, and glamping. It's just minutes away. The kids will love the new splash park, horses, and summer activities. Whether you're roasting marshmallows around the campfire for gooey s'mores, enjoying our amazing pizza delivered to your site, or hand-dipped ice cream. Don't forget to visit our gift shop boutique where you'll find supplies of all your gift and camping needs. Go on KOA.com to book or call us at 317-894-1397. Mention IndianaSRN for a free bundle of fireworks.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
my favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Jared, you gotta stop singing when we get back on the air.
Sorry about that. It's Journey, man.
It is Journey, yeah.
5th pitcher now in for Anderson. This is Chandler Wise. Right-handed pitcher. Takes over for Cole Whitlock, who only went through a couple of batters. Wise this season, 30 1/3 innings pitched, an ERA of 7.12. Eight hits, 4 runs, 2 errors committed by Anderson. 13 hits and 8 runs on the scoreboard for Rose-Hulman. Just 1 error for them. Wise will start things off with Taylor, and that one hits him right on the left arm.
That's going to hurt. That's twice tonight. So our question we've asked that we have both answered is, you can have 1 ticket to go see any athlete in the history of time play. Who would it be? Mine was Babe Ruth. Yours was Bert or Jordan. Have not got an answer from Keith or from Jerry yet, so I'm going to figure out who.
We'll find out soon. He'll tell us. Showing bunt is Burke.
Bunting with the 4-run lead in the 8th. That's interesting.
Another interesting thing. So remember when Taylor thought he got hit, but he ended up walking anyways?
Right.
So that was a walk in the 2nd. He got hit by a pitch in the 5th, intentionally walked in the 6th, and hit by a pitch here in the 8th inning.
Oh, wow.
It's quite the stat line, isn't it? Another bunt attempt from Burke was foul, so now he's down 0-2 and will probably remove the bunt sign here. Now the 0-2 to Burke. Hard hit ball past the second baseman, Vickery. Rounding second, but he's going to stop right there, is Taylor. So now runners first and second for Rose-Hulman. Trying to tack on some more insurance.
Keith chose Jim Thorpe.
Interesting.
That's a good one.
Yeah. You know what else would be cool?
What's that?
I'm a huge Tebow guy. No. Pre-NFL, pre-minor league baseball venture.
Oh. We get one of our cameramen said Randy Johnson. We need to ask the other guys in the booth here who they would do too.
The unit.
The big unit, yeah.
The big unit.
He's young. He just graduated college. Ooh. Jerry going with Jolton Joe DiMaggio. Mr. Coffee and I love questions like that.
Mm-hmm. We could do that all day, all night.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Miscommunication here.
Yeah, the runner from first took off. The runner from second didn't.
Downham will throw it over to first, and the runner gets in safe. Underneath the tag, Anderson doesn't get anything out of it.
Wow. Smitherman does not like that call.
The shortstop, Reed, was bolting it over to third in bunt coverage, and the runner at second wasn't going from Rose-Hulman. That's Taylor.
It felt like Taylor took a couple of steps, then went back to the bag. But.
And now, trying to get his defense in order. Downham goes out to the mound to have a conference. You see, deer in the headlights was Burke.
And a great job, though, by Downham to run at the runner. That's what you want to do. You want to run at the runner and make them make a choice. They thought they had him, but.
And that was wise also by Taylor out there to not do anything, just to stay at second base.
I think we should ask Jay what his answer to that question would be. Jay Jones.
I'd love to hear his answer.
What does our guy Kevin Lanke have to say to that question? He's got to think about it still. See, I love it. Like, oh man,
makes you think.
It does.
We saw him come in to catch. This is Shane Garner.
Yeah, looking to bunt.
And he'll take the walk instead. Everybody will move up 90 feet. Base is now juiced for the top of the order and Brett Tuttle.
Third baseman, number 3, Brett.
Anyways, what I was getting at with Tebow was maybe his Heisman season, maybe one of those big games.
Did you know I've actually been on the field at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium?
Really?
Yes.
Very cool.
We went to campus one day and people were walking in and out. We're like, can we go in? They're like, yeah. We went in. People were running on the field, so we went down.
It's a tourist
right
destination.
On the field. Yeah, it was cool. Tuttle, this is his 6th at bat.
He's taking some healthy hacks. That one included.
He's not getting cheated.
First pitch, heat seeking. Infield is in. Big bender from Wise doesn't find the zone. Tuttle, 5 at-bats, 2 hits, both of them singles, and he has scored twice. Looking for more here. Vickery will come home, force out at the plate. Nice defense by the second baseman to get the lead runner.
Second baseman, number 10, Coulter Rode.
There's a look at Vickery. Playing the second base spot. Similar situation, I should say. Double play depth for second and short. And now they come in.
We have a game time. 11:30 will be game number 1 tomorrow morning.
And that is up 1 hour from the original time.
Yes.
Wise will now work against Couillard-Rodak. Vickery and Reed were up on the first pitch. Infield was in, but now they are back in case there's a ground ball, trying to get 2. Couillard-Rodak has 3 hits, 3 runs batted in. Outside, he takes ball 2, now 2-1.
Just to again be more specific, the winner of this game plays Franklin College tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. And we will have it for you right here on HCAC.tv.
Up the middle, Vickery. 4, 6, 3. They got it.
Wow.
Double play to end the inning for Anderson. No more runs across for Rose. And now it all comes down to this. The top of the 9th is headed your way. Ravens trying to fight back down 4 on HCAC.tv.
Can I help you? Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Back here at Kokomo Municipal Stadium, downtown Kokomo, Indiana, with Sean Grohl. I'm Jarrett Lewis. If you've made it this far, hats off to you. 11:30 local time, and we are into the 9th inning. Anderson trying to stay alive, win or go home situation. Rose-Hulman has themselves in prime position to meet up with Franklin College tomorrow in our first game.
Yeah, what waits in the wings is the number 1 seed, who got knocked off in our previous game by number 2 seed Earlham.
How about Earlham? How they've looked. They beat Rose-Hulman.
But here's the crazy thing, right? Winner of this game plays Franklin. Let's say Franklin wins. Franklin plays Earlham. Franklin wins. Then they have to play again because they both lost once. So Earlham is in the driver's seat, but anything can happen. The beauty of the game. Got to lose twice.
To start things off, the 9-hitter, Connor Gordon. Fastball outside. This one outside, catches the corner, and now it's 1-1.
I like the no batting glove look from Gordon.
The pitcher for Rose-Hulman is Adam Taylor. Taylor is now up 1-2. Outside pitch, and he sends it back up the middle. That's a way to start things off if you're Anderson. Connor Gordon reaches base for the second time.
2 for 4 on the night.
And now back to the top of the order.
Dare I say it? What if we had extra innings? I just got the look of death and a punch for saying it. Who doesn't like free baseball?
It's a long way to go before that.
That's true.
But Anderson trying to threaten here. It's been a good start, and now Reedy, for the 5th time, steps up to the plate. Count is even at 1-1. 2 hits for Graham Reedy. Looking for number 3, just outside. Short leadoff from Gordon at first. Taylor back to the plate. It's down the left side. Does he have room? And he overshoots it. Does the left fielder Finch. New life now for Graham Reedy.
Is that the rally song I hear? It is.
Long wait for Taylor. And a long pause to the plate. Reedy. Could be a double play ball. Slight bobble. They get one at second. Lopez will hold on to it. And nagging down the lead runner does Rose for the first out.
Kind of like to have that same ground ball if you're Rose-Hulman.
Reed has reached base 3 out of 4 times. And he has scored twice. First pitch strike in there from Taylor. The second pitch, Reed takes a hack at it. Up in the air. Shallow right field. Right fielder comes in and makes the catch. Wanted to almost slide for it. Second out, a big one. Blake Deckard out there in right field making the catch. One last out for the Ravens. Tyler Smitherman now steps up. Smitherman singled in the 5th, walked in the 3rd. His last at bat grounded into a double play. Nice block by Garner. Smitherman, a couple of wiggles with the bat. Taylor to the plate, and this one is deep. Into the corner. Rounding second, heading for third. They're going to send him around to the plate. Ball's into Lopez. He'll bring it into Garner, and the throw is high. Ravens pick up a run here on the hard hit ball by Smitherman. RBI double makes it 8-5.
Well, Downham's hit the ball hard, just nothing to show for it tonight.
Rady scoring all the way from first base. And now you have the tying run on deck, but first, it's Jed Downham. Downham finally got out of a slump in the 5th inning with a single. Taylor back to the plate, works the outside part of it. One count to the catcher. Downham takes a swing in foul territory. Plenty of room for Tuttle, and that will do it. The Fighting Engineers at 1-point trail 2-0 and put up 8 runs in 4 innings, starting in that 4th inning where they did all of their damage. That included a home run from Adam Taylor. 14 hits, 8 runs for the Fighting Engineers, 10 hits, and 5 runs for the Ravens. Anderson eliminated from the HCAC tournament, and now Rose-Hulman will get a short night's rest and have to be back up and early to take on the number 1 seed Franklin Grizzlies at 11:30. We'll have coverage for you starting at 11:20.
Yes, we will. Great night of baseball. Leads into a great day of baseball tomorrow. Great job, Jarrett. Great job, production crew. They've been fantastic, but it's time to get some rest.
Chance Middleton, David Clark, and James Andrews are 3 cameramen today. Also making a couple appearances is this guy, Keith Myers. He's the best. And our producer, as always, a terrific job, Jerry Collins. For Sean Crow, I'm Jarrett Lewis saying so long for now. We will see you bright and early tomorrow at 11:30 with our first game, and then our second game will follow shortly after. Make sure you tune in on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.